Welcome back. Love Boat Project, episode number 79. Boy, we're getting up there. Season 4, episode 2 and 3, or 2, depending on who you talk to.
Mm.
With me, as always, is my co-host, Mike Robertson. Ahoy, Mike. How are you this week?
Hey, Mike. I don't know if you've ever spent any time in a Curacao prison,
No. I was going to ask you the same thing.
but I would say that any time spent in a Curacao prison would have been more enjoyable than watching this thing twice for
Oof.
me.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's a long experience to do this thing twice.
boy, oh boy, we always have different processes and how we watch these. And the two-parters, I have never had more of a delay in between watching 1 and 2, like parts 1 and 2, for
Okay.
various reasons both times. So I don't think it impacted my thoughts, but it also magnified the thoughts that I had. So I'll
Okay.
say
I
that.
kind of like that, though. I kind of like that. I wonder how
Well, we'll
that.
see. We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see. Again, I'm going in this with an open mind. Did I enjoy? Basically, did I enjoy this episode? Sure, but again, I try to go into these, especially with the two-parters. If I'm doing the notes, King of the Hill is a blank slate till we get to the end.
I
So,
would say I had thoughts when I watched it the first time. Had a pretty long gap in between watching it between the first time and the second time, and had the same thoughts but angrier. So I feel
that
like
makes me happy.
your open mind will be coming on the opposite side of my very closed and decided mind.
Well,
So,
fantastic. It's a yin and a yang. It's Gift of the Magi already. Episode 2 or 79. We're here to talk about, as I said before, season 4. It's a two-parter. And let me just say this, Mike. This felt like a season premiere. This had everything the season 3 premiere had.
I think we kind of talked about it last week. I wouldn't be shocked if this was the intended season premiere, and then with the
Sure.
strike and delays, they figured let's save it because the first week everybody's gonna be happy just to have regular television back or something like
That's
that.
true.
But
That's true. Title, again, multiple storylines. The Family Plan, The Promoter, May the Best Man Win, Forever Engaged, and The Judges. Original air date, November 1st, 1980, and this was on from 8 to 10 o'clock. Why do they have to call it a two-parter? If it goes from 8 to 10, isn't it just a TV movie at this point? I don't know why isn't just a
or just
like
a 2 hour
different thing.
episode. The
Right.
only there has always been, and I assume even maybe back then, you can get away with a bit of chicanery by having it as 2 different episodes because then you basically have like 2 time slots. It probably builds up your syndication count, like all that kind of stuff. I'm sure
Repeats,
there's
too. You could stagger
well
them if
that
you wanted.
I mean that is definitely when you see those things busted up, right?
Sure.
But this week we didn't have the thing that we had during our last two-parter last season, which was the Love Boat will continue in a moment. We didn't get any of that.
No, you
so.
just had end of part 1, like a very film strippy graphic was at the end of there.
Which I'll say, at least for this one, the end of part 1, I mean, I don't think it was as dramatic as they think it was, but at least it made sense. It felt like a couple of those two-parters last year, the cuts were very weirdly dropped in. So
based on time instead of
actual
like adherence to the storyline.
Right. They just had to rush. It's like, oh crap, it's 58.
Yeah, quickly. What else is on, Mike? And happy to share this on CBS. I know you're a fan. CBS at 8 p.m. WKRP in Cincinnati.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Episode called The Airplane, season 3, episode 1. Trying to compete with WPIG's traffic helicopter.
Oh, stupid pig.
Les starts doing traffic reports from a World War I biplane piloted by a crazy war veteran. Is it Randy Quaid? Is he the pilot?
This is great because I don't think I realized that it moved to Saturday night. I mean, the fact that it's the first episode of the season makes me think it's a Saturday night show now.
I hope so.
Which gives us an excuse to maybe try and watch one, although you really can't watch a WKRP because they get killed by the music rights. But
I didn't even think about that.
I
Yeah,
have said this to you. I lived in Cincinnati for a brief period of time, and the first day I stepped foot in Cincinnati, I immediately went to that statue and found Square, because most of my Cincinnati knowledge until I lived there was based on the opening credits of WKRP.
sure,
So
sure. That's funny. I look forward to it. I'm sure we can find some WKRP in Cincinnati. We have ways.
I mean, we
I'm
already
sure we
have
can find it.
2 of the 7 main cast members have been
Yeah.
on.
Hmm.
So
CBS at 8:30. We have a new episode of the Tim Conway Show. No info given, which I thought was
I
weird.
had
No
that
guest
last
star
week
given.
too. Yeah, I don't know what that means.
They just have a pool of them that they recorded, and they're like, I just here, whoever.
No guest.
Um, CBS at 9 p.m. TV movie. Uh-oh.
Yes.
The Return of Frank Cannon. Do you remember Cannon, the TV
That's
show?
William Conrad, right?
Yeah, Cannon, a
Oh
Quinn
yeah.
Martin
Oh
production.
yeah. Yeah.
Uh, Private Detective Frank Cannon comes out of retirement to investigate the questionable suicide of an ex-girlfriend's husband. William Conrad
Oh.
as Cannon.
So fun William Conrad fact, because
Yeah.
William Conrad has always been William Conrad, and obviously he became Jake and the Fat Man and whatever. And I would
Not a stereotypical leading man,
not at
I dare
all.
say.
I would get
Sure.
in on a Canon project, no problems.
Oh, I love
So
that's a great show.
I am a fan of old radio shows, and there's
Yes.
a channel on Sirius XM that I listen to quite often. And there is a show called The Saint, starring former uh, Love Boat alum Vincent Price
Okay.
as the Saint. And there is an episode I just happened to be listening to one night, and here comes William Conrad, and he's of course playing a corpulent detective. Like, of course he is on the radio. Like, he doesn't even have to be. So he was always.
He looked so much the part that even when no one could see them, they're like, you can only play Frank Cannon, essentially.
So, but to your point, not only not a normal leading man, but great
No.
and great in multiple shows. Like, nice that he could beat the stereotype back then. So
I think that was also a CBS show, Jake and the Fat Man, if I'm not
I believe you're
mistaken.
right, with one of the guys from Riptide, I
I
think.
think so. And I remember he had
Yeah.
a dog too that kind of looked like William Conrad. That was kind of part of the.
Should we just do William Conrad stuff after we're done?
I mean, I feel like that's the direction we're going. Screw you, Love Boat. We're making a turn
Just
right
stop
here.
now. Just stop now.
The Conrad Project. NBC at 8 p.m. Movie, no TV movie. Beware. This sounds like a ripoff, but we'll see. Movie called The Car from 1977. A mysterious black, sleek automobile terrorizes everyone it comes into contact with in a small town in Utah. It's not Christine at all. The local sheriff may be the only person who can stop this menace, which has been possessed by pure evil.
So when was Christine written? Because I know the movie didn't come out till the 80s.
Yeah.
But that is that because it's not a Stephen King adaptation, right? Like,
No.
because wasn't like what did we do a couple years ago or last year was the first actual Stephen King, right? It was remember the one with the witches? Yeah, we just
Salem's
did
Lot?
it. Yes, Salem's Lot. Yeah, so but that is obviously Christine,
Right?
like
The only thing that they're not saying is like it's a 57 Chevy, because I remember
Right.
like Christine, but I mean, it could be any.
Well, it's Utah, so it's probably some sort of bus.
Right. Well, we didn't say it was Maine. It's not Stephen King. 'Cause
Right,
It's not Maine.
yeah.
Oh, it's right. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. You're right.
Yeah. It's a Brigham Young school van.
Nobody's drinking. This car
Yeah.
only drinks
No caffeine in
fancy
this
sodas.
bus.
No. Nothing but Fresca and anything in the Sprite family. Starring James Brolin
Whoa.
as the local sheriff, maybe?
As the car?
As the car. Ronnie Cox or Kathleen Lloyd plays the car, and John Marley. Okay.
That's interesting.
Right? I thought it was just, I mean, how many cars come to, okay.
2, at least.
Fine. 2.
And
Christine,
Kit. Well,
like,
Kit, that's 3.
Evil Kit.
I mean, the
Remember
movie
that Evil
cars,
Kit
they're
was
all
good.
alive
Yeah.
at that point. Yeah. So.
I always wish Blue Thunder talked. Like, that's cool at Kit Talk, but can we have this attack helicopter with it, with a good day? It's a day for
Oh, he's
something.
Australian.
Yeah, yeah,
Nice.
yeah. Yeah. He's from down under.
You got fan? Wait, do you have Blue Thunder fanfic? So,
I mean, well, uh, episode synopsis, and this is a problematic synopsis here, Mike. Let me
well, it
just
was a
read this.
problematic episode, so I can't
Yeah.
imagine what's.
Brian bails on fiancee Emily. Okay. An engaged couple's
Sure
parents,
does.
right? I mean, an engaged couple's parents try to stop the marriage.
Yep.
Okay. Contest promoter Larry takes a bribe and wife Sheila files for divorce.
I mean,
He didn't take the bribe, though.
no, is it a
She
bribe of
didn't-
omission? Like, so
Yeah, I don't know what.
I have a lot to say about Ed White and his darting eyes. So
I have a lot to say about Vicky and Sheila. Holy crap. I mean, Jesus.
we'll get to all of this.
Oh.
I like that they just decided in part 2 to add 2 storylines, basically.
No kidding. Like,
So yeah.
this whole thing got more complicated quickly.
A lot.
Gopher resents judging a contest.
What? For like 3. Okay.
This is
So
IMDb.
this synopsis, they watched the first 3 seconds of each storyline. Like,
Apparently,
basically.
yeah. The first 3 of the whole episode, there's just Tom and Mary want to wed, but there's a problem.
They don't want to wed. That's the problem.
Well, but that doesn't. Tom and Mary want to wed, but there's that doesn't even.
Yeah.
That's disrespectful. We'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
No.
Oh, he was great. Whatever the opposite of the Fell Award is what I feel like he brought. I
think the
let
two
him
of
mush
them
with
were
his
great.
face.
I just
Oh, great.
needed so much more of them and so much less of most other things.
Amen on that one. Guest stars this week, Kathy Brown. She played Marianne Walker. It's her first and last appearance in The Love Boat. Fun fact, this was her last television appearance.
So why so because we've had a few of these,
Yeah,
right?
it's
And
a
not just
weird-
not like fatalities either.
Well,
just
she's
like
not in her 90s or something. It wasn't like
So-
she died after she filmed this. Like, what's
I
going on?
think the answer is that these are just people who are pretty much retired and you can come and do a quick
Get a little
know,
payday, maybe?
get a
little
vacation, get to go
promoting?
see Panama,
Well, I mean, this one.
Yeah.
Jeez.
The other thing is too that these performances are so bad that they get kicked out of acting. So
They really do get kicked out of acting. It was like, never again, ma'am. Peter Graves is Carl Lawrence. This is his second appearance in Love Boat. We saw him last. Season 2, episode 10, Man of the Cloth was the storyline. You can check our archives, Love Boat Project number 34, The Thanksgiving Miracle.
wait a
with
minute.
James Prue. Yes, sir.
Man of the Cloth? Is
Yeah.
that what you saw? That's not the title that we had. That's funny.
No. That's the title of the storyline.
That's not.
It's not.
No, it's the preacher and the stripper or something like that.
Was it?
Yeah, like
go
stripper
back.
was no, it's not your fault. I'm sure you saw Man of the Cloth,
Yeah.
but that's funny that there's 2 titles, which does
Mm,
make sense. We talked
What?
about that on that episode that might be a little
a little racy.
that might be a little racy. Yeah. So Reagan's America, we're almost there.
Well,
So
again, we talked about Peter Graves and just want to say we will see him again
Oh,
as we
sure
will
will.
everybody else in season 9. Who killed Maxwell Thorne?
he's the man who he might be the last thing
He
we
might
see.
be Maxwell Thorne for all I know. I don't
Oh,
know
I think he is Maxwell Thorne because the picture on
hope so.
IMDb is of Peter Graves. I also think Maxwell Thorne, this is my guess.
Yeah.
6 seasons out.
Yeah.
My guess is he's not dead, and this is some sort of like
Oh, it's Mr.
elaborate
Burns
game
kind
of
thing?
Clue, or it's an elaborate game of Clue or something like that, so
I love
I think it'd be weird if the Love Boat's last episode had a murder. So,
well, I mean, Dallas did it,
yeah,
right?
okay,
Like,
different
not the last episode. What a horrible. What is this? The Sopranos? What are we doing? What
I mean,
are we
if you're
doing?
gonna kill,
Fade to
if you're gonna
black?
have a murder in your last one, kill Stupid, obviously.
Well,
Like,
duh.
so-
But that's where the complex carbs are going to get him before anything else is going to get him.
or love.
And Jillian, interesting to see her. First and last appearance in Love Boat. She did a lot of the Bob Hope tours and specials.
Complete waste of Angelian.
Yeah.
Complete waste.
Uh,
Angelian is great.
She's great.
She,
Wasn't it
of
It's a
course,
Living?
It's a Living, which will
Yeah,
now
yeah,
give
yeah.
me
It
an
was good.
excuse to sing the song, but also,
Great show.
she was
She was everywhere, dude.
fantastic in Mr. Mom
Yeah.
as, like, the person who tried to seduce Michael Keaton. Like, Aunt
She's
Jillian was
great.
great,
She's a
completely
star.
wasted in this stupid
hmm
role.
She is a member of the Lithuanian American Hall of Fame. I wonder where
Hey,
that is, Mike.
Toronto.
Toronto. Toronto. The Hall of Fame, it's the shape of a maple leaf, a Lithuanian maple leaf. Brian Kerwin, Ted Lawrence. First appearance in The Boat. We'll see him again in season 5. Interesting. Played Deputy Birdwell Birdie Hawkins on one episode of BJ and the Bear, and then went on to play the same role in the BJ and the Bear spinoff. How did they have a spinoff? The Misadventures of Sheriff Lobo for 38 episodes.
So he was in
Also,
that backdoor pilot then,
yeah,
because remember Lobo wasn't even on BJ and the Bear that
no,
much. So
no.
yeah.
Brian Kerwin appeared in 4 episodes of The Chisholms as Gideon Chisholm.
Oh, Gideon! I remember
He's
Gideon.
Gideon. Yeah,
Gideon,
they talked about him a lot.
We're gonna have to
So
watch.
we're
We
gonna
are
have
gonna
to
have to
go on
watch
the
the
Chisholms. We're gonna have
Chisholms.
to watch every one of them too. It's gonna be
You
one
know
of
what we
those.
should do when
Yeah,
you're here? When you're
we should watch
here,
some
we should
Chisholms.
watch. We should just watch
Why not?
one. Just
Let's
make it
watch it.
easy.
Let's
Let's just
yeah.
watch it, and we'll do an episode. Yeah.
Imagine if it's amazing. We just get like,
We
oh, this
hooked.
is like Dances with Wolves. It's amazing.
Send the wives out. We have to
Yeah.
watch the Chisholms.
Sorry, we're gonna need 16 more hours to complete our Chisholms journey. This is for us. Ted Knight. First of 3 appearances in The Love Boat. We'll see.
God.
Check this out. We'll see him again in a season 5 two-parter, and then again in season 6 in another two-parter.
Well,
maybe the king of the two-parters.
Do you think they'll let him actually have a scene with Gavin McLeod?
God, I hope so.
What is that about?
I don't know. Maybe is it that Robert De Niro and Al Pacino will be
Pacino?
on the same screen together? What?
Like,
That was
you would
weird.
think, and you know what's funny? They didn't put him when what's her name was on the blonde that ended up being on Coach too, Georgia Engel.
Oh, yeah. I know
They
what
didn't
you're talking
have
about.
them in the same
No.
scene really either. It's like
I don't get
did
it.
fan service not exist in 1980? Like,
Well, especially there was one big moment in the episode where one storyline intersected another, like we always talk about, and it
it
involved
felt
Ted
like
Knight. And I'm like,
everybody
how do
was.
we?
It felt like everybody was just
They were-
crammed in on the deck. I can't believe they didn't just accidentally share a scene.
It was
So,
well.
chaos.
I mean, the Island
episode,
Princess is no Pacific Princess, sir.
this episode at
Yeah.
points was chaos. Absolute
It was too many
chaos.
people.
It was
I
too
was
many
like, what-
people and not enough rooms.
How many lifeboats do you guys have? Because this deck is there's 200 guys playing metal drums. Like, what is going on?
People are just.
It's
just
too.
like,
Everyone's
it was like
way
the
too happy
subway
to be
after a
married.
game. Like it was
Yeah,
just
like they just won Game 7. Like, you guys shouldn't be this happy right now. Ted Knight, known most for his role in Ted Baxter, The Mary Tyler Moore Show. 6 Emmy Award nominations, 2 Emmy wins for that. Henry Rush and Too Close for Comfort. And my favorite, Judge Elihu Smales from Caddyshack.
which must have just come out or is coming out. Like
It's
that was a
gotta be right.
1980 movie, I believe.
think so, too.
Yeah.
She's back, Mike. Rue McClanahan. Second appearance in The Love Boat. We saw her last in the last $100. Remember that episode? We love that episode. Great
No.
episode.
We like that storyline.
Well,
That
we like this. I'm
episode-
sorry. We like the storyline.
I'm sorry. Do you remember the title of that episode?
Yeah. Stupid Pepito. That's what that is. Love Boat Project episode 37, the Pepito drinking game. The last $100 storyline was really good, though.
They give her some co-stars. My goodness, and she keeps
Yeah.
up too. And she keeps up, which of
She's
course
good.
she does. She's
She's
great.
good.
But yeah.
We'll see her again, seasons 5, 7, and 8.
Good.
Maybe not for 9. Darren McGavin is Lawrence Evans, first and only appearance in The Love Boat. The dad from Christmas Story.
Yep.
This guy's been in every TV show. Looking at his credits, from Gunsmoke to Grace Under Fire, he played Grace's dad.
Who's also Murphy Brown's dad.
He won an Emmy for that role.
Mm-hmm.
4 episodes for that in 1990. Like he was everyone's dad.
Yep.
Aaron Moran with a slightly longer version of the Bert Convy haircut, which I can't I can't unsee. First episode, I heard she was just out of her mind nutso later in life here too. Like just hold herself up. But anyway, we'll see her 3 more times. A season 7 two-parter and season 8 and 9. Appeared in 54 episodes of Happy Days as Joni Cunningham, 17 episodes of Joni Loves Chachi, the spinoff. I remember that.
So we're
Who's
assuming
left?
we're not gonna get Richie Cunningham or
Not gonna get.
Fonzie. So I think Tom Bosley is the only person we have left at this point.
Wonder if you
So
get him though.
oh, I
would
think
hope
so.
so.
I
Who's
gotta
America's
think so.
Dad. He was.
I would
so
be
good.
shocked. He just feels like he's.
Is he a bigger star than Marion Ross?
I think it's
in
equal.
your opinion?
I think it's equal.
Equal.
Yeah.
I mean, we won't
I
get
don't think
Fonz. We won't get Richie.
No, and I think that's it. Everybody else we've had, like literally everybody else we've had.
Yeah.
We had him. We had Al Marinara. We
Yeah.
had Potsy and the Mouth, and we had Pinky Cascadero. Right? Yeah.
Don Most as Marv Prime. Real quick, Mike. The difference between Don Most and Donnie Most. Don Most has a mustache. Just to clear it up.
There you go.
Last time we saw Marv, Julie was getting Alaska. We'll see him one more time in season 6, but he will not be back as Marv Prime.
No more Prime.
No more Prime. More Prime.
I went back and consulted the end of that last episode.
Yeah.
Our take on it, just to make sure everything lined up.
What do we think of him?
We'll get to it as we get to it. So
I think we had a positive, but
it's not. My issue is not with them. It's more with, as usual, Julie's correspondence in between everybody's correspondence in between meetings.
I got a little something for that too. Yeah, no, I'm with you. We're on the same page on that one. Debbie Reynolds, Sheila Evans, first appearance in The Love Boat. We'll see her again in season 6. She was Carrie Fisher's mother. Fun fact, in 1955, she was the Hasty Pudding Woman of the Year. Mike.
Oh, congrats.
Was the 2022 Hasty Pudding Woman of the Year. 2022 Hasty Pudding Woman of the Year. One guess. Could be anybody.
Lauren Hughes.
No. The 2022 Hasty Pudding Woman of the Year, the lovely, the talented Jennifer Garner. I thought it was interesting because I didn't know what the Hasty Pudding Woman of the Year was. So I
do know what the Hasty Pudding Woman of the Year is.
With Harvard, right? Isn't it something with Harvard?
Yes. Oh, you know what's funny?
Huh.
I actually kind of remember that now that you say that, but
really?
That's not important. Yeah. So
interesting. I just thought, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Moving on.
It's not as it's not as
it's not a stubby.
Well, it's not the Schlitz, was it Evening
Playhouse
Stars, Playhouse of Stars or whatever. Yeah. Charlene Tilton, big TV star, first appearance. We'll see her 2 more times. Once in season 8, and what's that? And in season 9, Who Killed Maxwell Thorne?
Just to correct you, it's season 10.
Season 10. I'm sorry.
Season 10. We have 9 full seasons.
Oh, and
then those 4 episodes, which end in Peter Gray's being bludgeoned to death.
It's going to be. It's brutal. It's just brutal.
It's an hour of him just being attacked,
just getting pistol whipped. Poor guy.
That's what it is. It's Airplane, basically. Everybody just comes in with a weapon.
His white hair is crimson. It's just terrible.
This is terrible.
Oh my, ma'am, you're hurting me, ma'am. You're hurting me, ma'am. Charlene Tilton, best known for her role as Lucy Ewing on Dallas for 246 episodes.
Apparently she was very close with Larry Hagman in terms of maybe a mentor thing or whatever, because she's pretty young.
She's like a tiny person too. It was wild.
Yeah, and she wasn't exactly throwing fastballs in this one, but she's young.
She's not going to win Hasty Pudding Woman of the Year with the performance at this level. Just
maybe
saying.
hasty decision maker of the year.
Maybe she'll get some pudding this year, but it won't be from Hasty. Hello, hey-oh. Dawn Wells is Valerie Madden. Barely a part for her. First and last appearance in the Love Boat.
Oh,
We've
see, no,
talked
that's a
huh,
waste. I hate when it's a one and
they
done
didn't
and
give
they
her
just
anything, dude.
I mean, I'm not saying Dawn Wells is the greatest actress of all time, but like just a complete
Give her
waste.
something.
Give
She's
her something,
recognizable. Like,
especially
what do you?
well,
Yeah.
especially after what Tina Louise did. Like,
Well, I don't think she was in the right role. Like, put
that
you could
none of
have.
those roles in that thing were good.
No, it was.
That we will get to it. That thing might be having the engraver out for me already. That was
Yeah,
oh, that was
um known best as Marianne from Gilligan's Island. Interesting fun fact: she did the voices for Marianne and Ginger on a little show we talked about called Gilligan's Planet. Do you remember this show, Mike?
I remember us talking about it. I don't remember it. So
Uh, quote: "It's true, Mike. The castaways are now lost in space. They're all here." In this strange new world, Gilligan, the skipper, the millionaire, his wife, the movie star, the professor, and Marianne, now joined by Gilligan's alien sidekick member Bumper,
oh,
uh,
obviously.
they begin a whole new life on a whole new world while still trying to repair the now space-worthy SS Minnow and return home from their infinite 3-hour tour. Ooh,
Can't decide if that's
awesome.
a credit or really painful for Dawn Wells
Anchor credit. I don't know what that.
Ginger. I don't know
She had to
what
do
I
her
think about
voice.
that.
Ugh, yeah, I thought
Yeah.
that was like, ooh.
Well, it's like
Imagine
she probably I don't know if they got along. Maybe they got along famously, but also it's very possible that her Ginger voice was just
she made
overheard
fun
about
of
her
her.
being catty about something. Yes.
Her inability to pronounce simple words. uh, anything else to go over before we jump on this very important and long cruise?
So we have not discussed the some of the heroes from season one too much here recently because
Sure.
they haven't been as good. But Bear and Jolson wrote two of the storylines.
What, two of the
Um,
10 storylines in this
yeah,
episode?
and I don't know if you saw which ones they are, but I think
Mm,
the problems that those storylines have, or the problems we've had with them recently, they did the promoter and the Marv
mm,
Prime one. And I think there is just a lot of stuff in both those storylines where they went from A to C and didn't really give you a reason
yeah.
to get there. And I think that was a huge, especially the promoter. I got to tell you, my biggest initial problem with this episode was a lot of
Episode or
things.
storyline?
I'm just gonna say episode in general, and then we
Okay.
can dig in as we go.
Sure, sure.
Lots of things were happening,
Yeah,
but at
yeah,
the
yeah.
same time, nothing was happening.
Oh, I completely agree.
And after the two particular, but even the third two part last year, I just thought, okay, they found their formula, right? And this just was everything that I hate about the earlier two parters in
I
that
get that.
it was overwhelming. I think the boat set had a lot to do with it because everybody was just crammed in, and there's like a million people going back and forth. And some of the scenes were just like 30 seconds, and like
Dude,
I felt really bad for you, honestly. Like,
and
so
I I I watched it first and then I was like, all right, let me do notes because there was a lot of that. And that is an issue when it's like a quick thing. But yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. We took on this project. So,
yeah.
a wise man once said, Mike, if you take the good.
Well, yeah, but that would only be a half
What?
hour.
Oh, that's true.
So-
That's true. And I still got 90 minutes left. Damn it. All right. Let's get on the boat here. Let's deal with this. Uh, let's get on the boat. But Mike, we're not in Los Angeles. We're in St. Thomas in the Virgin Islands because it says so on the screen. Thank you. I love
much
geography
like
when it tells
much
you
like much like Vancouver, Canada
that. I
during
get.
last
I'm telling
season.
you, you got a very.
Yeah.
This cruise, Mike, is packed as we said before. Um, just wall to wall people outdoors on the boat. Like I don't know how any of this is organized. It is just It looks like the last ship out of some sinking country. Like, I don't know what is happening. It is way too crowded.
Do you think this is like Convy from the Charlie's Angels thing? He's just run amok in St. Thomas, and so
Yeah,
everybody's is fleeing. So
it's just people everywhere.
yeah.
20 guys playing steel drums and then a banner. Well, no wonder it's crowded, Mike. It's the Marriage-a-thon cruise,
Oh, obviously.
which goes back either this island princess is bigger than the Pacific princess, or we've abandoned personal space on the boat. I don't know what, and I don't know how our 5 people can handle, like, 2 crew members just look lost in these seas of people. I don't know where you need 10 more Isaacs. I don't know what it
Oh, I think the other thing is
odd.
too,
Yeah.
like the princess that they normally use
Yeah.
probably is either the reason they picked it is because it's a little easier to shoot on, or they have it set up in a certain way. Because it did also feel like, in addition to feeling very crowded, I think
Right.
all the cameras were just much closer, like literally not zoomed in, but like set up closer, which
Well, you
makes me
also had
think,
those long shots too. Remember those long, and they're getting sound from like,
right.
40 feet away.
But you're right, it was just like there would
It's not
be
safe.
scenes with like what felt like wall to wall people in a spot where some the I always think of like the last two-parter we had with Benson and Shaft and
Hmm.
everybody,
Hmm.
and they're having even the Alaska one, there's like 4 people on the deck, and
Maybe
it's like,
it's
no,
the
that's not
strike.
enough. So this is the other side of not enough. We have a
Maybe
Three
they're trying to get
Bears.
some extras, some money because they missed out because of the strike. They're like, look, we need thousands of extras, really, just to.
Jesus, it felt like a
But I mean,
soccer.
there was
It
no
felt like a
room
soccer
to.
tragedy waiting to happen.
Yeah,
There
it
were
was
just
no
too many
good.
people.
It was no good. It looked like it was an a-thon. Like, how many people can you fit on a deck
Well, there
a-thon?
you
That's
go.
the
Maybe
only
that's where
thon that I.
Maybe Thon stole it because the
So again, if
marriage-a-thon.
that's the thing. So when I see a banner, it makes me think, okay, this whole cruise is for this. Where the hell are all these people coming from? It's complete.
Yeah, because
I
it's
know
what,
it was
50.
crazy.
So it's
Yeah.
50 couples.
Well, you saw at the end there when they come on the thing. Yeah, it's 50 couples, but this is way more than
Well,
100
that's what I'm
people.
saying. So it's 100 people. Now, here's the thing: we don't know. We can't use all our normal stats because we don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know how big the Island Princess is. So we can't say there's 500 non-Thon people on
We
here.
have no
It may
idea.
be 100-person boat. Like, so.
It's just a weird angle, maybe.
Yeah.
Isaac is standing next to a very Alaska style map. To your point, uh, also I felt like he had like one or two many buttons open on his shirt, like just a weird amount of chest hair is being shown by
Well, it was
Isaac. And
also weird because,
yeah,
like, when I
they weren't
saw
even.
Isaac
It was
dressed,
so unnatural,
right. Well, when I saw Isaac dressed casually, but
very
Doc
casually.
dressed in his uniform with a hat, which
Right.
we'll get to that. The My first thought was, okay, Isaac's just going to dress like this the whole time. But
That's
no,
what I thought.
he had his regular Isaac outfit on, which this makes no sense. So Isaac just got on the ship, didn't get dressed, but was also basically serving as the totem pole.
Yeah, I don't know
Like,
what.
so it doesn't make any sense.
Well, and then later too, he sports that light blue jacket. Like, at least throw that sucker on. Like, what did you
Right.
just wake up,
Yeah.
sir? Jeez.
It's cash. It's
It's
cash.
super
Listen,
cash.
I guess he figured we only have 5 crew members. One of them is presumed dead.
Well,
They can't get rid of me too. So
well, maybe he figures this is season 4. He's like, look, you're not going to give me anything to do anyway, so I'm just
yeah,
going to dress how I want. I'm going to be as Isaac can be.
yeah. He's just like, I'm taking this free trip.
Screw
I'm
it.
not
Yeah,
packing any of my Isaac crap. What are you gonna do? Not have me on here? So
right. If you want drinks, you'll have Isaac. He tells Doc, and he's really just telling us, the viewer, the stops on the cruise. Let's review my
gratuitous.
gratuitous. Just Gopher did the same thing in season 3 in the opener. It was the same. Wait, we're going to start in Caracas, Venezuela. Then we're going to go to Curacao, through the Panama Canal to Panama City. By the way, Mike, going through that Panama Canal time-wise takes 8 to 10 hours just to go through that.
Yeah, but it saved 7 hours from last time.
Well,
So I don't know if
that
you
is true.
heard. So.
We didn't even talk about that last. Yeah. Oh no, the Pacific Princess has wheels. Okay, cool. Then to Acapulco, Cabo San Lucas, and then to Los Angeles. I did a little research on cruises like this. How many nights would you say that this cruise in the real world takes? Because I have an answer.
I remember last time when we did the Charlie's Angels one and I Google mapped it, it
Yeah.
said undetermined thousands of hours. So I guess that was before the canal. So
Right, right, right.
I'm gonna say 6 nights.
Between 15 to 18 nights
Oh my
is how long this would take.
god.
So
God.
I hope you brought 15 to 18 different tuxedos or whatever you need to bring, but let's keep it
Wow.
real.
These
Yeah.
that's
And that's now. So
oh my god, that's true.
it's a
That's
long cruise. And they said, yeah, they do have cruises like that. But it's a long cruise. It's
and
one, two, three. Well, it's one, two, three, four, five. It's six stops in
how
different
many
ocean bodies of water.
how many nights do you think they think this was? Because I don't think they got more than 3 or 4 nights out of this.
I
Like,
don't, it,
I mean
I don't,
I mean, I
yeah,
guess every
really.
stop could have been a night theoretically,
Well, they
so
had that thing where they were like, well, those time stamps were like, we're going to announce the winner the night before the wedding thing. So
I
it was
mean,
like, you
there were
had that,
so
but
many we had
fucking,
5 different people doing announcements this
yes,
week.
with
5.
just asinine, just complete asinine thing, just the worst information. They're the worst tour guide I've ever heard.
I mean,
To
did
your right is
was part of
water. Thanks, Julie.
was part of the deal to get the Panama Canal back that we got him a Love Boat episode because
What
this thing
Panama,
was
like, Bureau of Tourism paid for this or
oh
something.
my god, this was
God, when
like
I'm in Panama, I like to wear my Levi's jeans. Like, it's just, this was
this is
so,
like that Hallmark movie where the big can of Folgers crystals is on the back. Like,
mm,
that's good. That's good bass.
that is good pass. Uh, we see Mrs. Walker talking to Gopher. A gentleman walks up to Mrs. Walker. He's the
Hello,
father. I'm sorry.
hello.
Hello. He's the groom, the father of the groom. His name is Carl Lawrence, Ted's father, and she's the mother of the bride. Ted doesn't know his father's here. He lives in Europe. Yeah, he lives in Europe.
We
Sure.
couldn't get a more specific
Yeah.
location. I live in Europe.
He really is in Mission Impossible. Yeah, no, I'm in Europe. He's living that gimmick. Mrs. Walker tells Carl that she is a surprise too, and that she came to talk them out of getting married. I should call her Ms. Walker. She says that they're in college and much too young to get married. Carl says he's here for the same reason. Says that it'll be a pleasure working with you. They shake hands.
Dun, dun, dun,
Seed
dun, dun,
planted.
dun, 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 dun.
Julie and Gopher are sitting at a table. This is one of those weird 2-second camera shots that made no sense to me. They're sitting at a table and they're giving out like blue paper hearts with numbers on them.
Yeah,
And apparently the numbered engaged couples aren't allowed to room together. And that was the
right.
whole scene. And I'm like, what
Well, I
what kind of
think it was
crap
in
is that? Like,
well,
what are you talking about?
well, and the thing was that would have been way more relevant if you had some sort of like scene that involved the cabins in any way.
Something?
Like
Right. It wasn't even like,
nobody went below deck.
no,
Like
they just gave out. Not everybody was either coming onto deck or like leaning again on the
yeah.
island princess railing. They're hiding
Like
something
they
from
weren't even
this shit,
leaning;
Mike.
they were like
No, they
pressed
didn't lean.
against, like,
OSHA. They don't lean. It's not a load bearing railing, so don't do that. Isaac walks up to a couple and asks them if they remember him. The couple introduces themselves as Tom McMahon. This is Vince's. Arrgh. Oh, damn it. And Mary Hubble, um,
of the telescope.
of the telescope people. Isaac tells them that he bartended their engagement party.
I
Mary
mean,
Hubble says,
sure. Okay,
which one?
Mike, I will give you $1,000. And you had a pretty notorious bartender at your wedding. Could you have picked them out of a lineup?
Oh.
There's no chance. Like,
You know
none.
what? I could
Well, you
because of the
hated that
amount of
guy, to be
dislike I had for
fair.
that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, easily I could remember that guy.
Okay, I couldn't pick out the bartender at my wedding, so, and I was
So,
very sober. So.
just fun fact: the guy wouldn't give us drinks at my wedding, and he was like, "I don't
So-
even have my jacket on." This guy was just like, "Come on, dude." I thought
We
one of my friends was going to go over the bar and like beat the crap out of him. It was
well,
so
we
funny.
showed him.
Yeah, we
So
showed him. Yeah, we're going to
we
stand here
got
and not
drunk,
have anything.
and then we got really drunk at the hotel.
Yeah, we don't need your help, sir. We'll wait, like gentlemen. Uh, Isaac asked if they're getting. I'm sorry, Mary Hubble says which one in the last 10 years we've been engaged 10 times. Good Lord, Mary Hubble. Isaac asked if they're going to get married now. I wonder if she got a new ring each time.
I mean, do you have to re-propose even if it's with the same ring? I would assume when you don't go through with it, you get the ring back.
See, I assume the opposite. If you say yes once, then you've said yes 10 times. Like you don't have to
That
re-ask
doesn't.
the question 9 more times. She already said yes.
Yeah, but isn't the whole contract null and void when you don't go through with it?
I would just be like, but you said. You didn't
Good
ask me, I
Lord.
asked you.
That's at least one of the reasons they didn't get married. One of the 9 times. So.
Right. Like, no. But yeah, no, it's on you. Isaac asked if they're going to get married now. They do. Mary says that if he decides to jump overboard, she's jumping in right after him with the minister. She says he'll say, I do before he hits the water. Foreshadowing. Uh, enter Lawrence and Sheila Evans. They introduce themselves to Steubing, and Steubing introduces Vicky. Steubing asks if the marriage-a-thon was his idea. Lawrence says yes and tells Steubing that the brand new couple gets a new house, a new automobile. It's a sweet deal, and 50 grand, which today would be, what is it? 50
200.
grand
It's
today
like
would be
four
about
times. It's like
23.
four.
It'd be 23 grand, right?
$8. Oh, was it gold? If it was gold, it'd
Yeah,
be a
it'd be
lot. So.
terrible. Then a house, a car. Number one, what kind of house? If
It's
Lawrence is Shady
It's
McShady.
Wendell Sneed's
Wendell
house
Sneed.
that he
He
mortgaged.
still lives there. Congratulations, Wendell. You have a roommate. Like, what kind of house and car? And how is he? Okay. All right. Uh, well, Lawrence is pushing for this boat gimmick to become a TV show. And Steubing bestows the ultimate honor by inviting them both to join him at my table for dinner tonight.
So I have a question about
Yeah.
the network TV thing.
Yeah.
There are no cameras on this boat.
There's no
one is
game show
filming
element
the
to this
marriage-a-thon.
stupid contest. It's all he asked him to do was change a
Right.
diaper. That's
Like
the only
the
thing they
only
had him do.
way. But here's the thing: you could have at least
Yeah.
had one guy filming it, and then you could have at least tricked me into thinking, okay, either they've sold
Right.
it already, or they're shooting a
they're
pilot
looking into
essentially
it.
to sell to networks. But like, if the network had been like, oh yeah, we'll absolutely air this, and then they're like, do you have any footage? And they're like, no. So,
I mean, anybody can send a what if pitch. Oh, that sounds like a great
yeah.
idea.
Oh, we already
Thanks,
did
we'll
it
do
too.
that.
It was great.
Yeah, it's so.
Here's my network special. I'm going to sit around and tell you about it. So,
You're like, well, what is it? Well, we get 50, fiance and fiancés, whatever you call it, and
nope,
what's
definitely
the
not that.
contest?
Engaged couples is probably what you would say.
Like, doesn't it so everyone gets married, right?
Right.
Okay, I don't.
Yeah, but the secret is we get a captain to marry them, which apparently is no longer allowed. So
Yeah, I guess not.
what was that about?
Just everybody get off the boat. I mean, like, stop it. Everybody's being ridiculous.
Can we just end this episode
Just
now?
stop it. Just stop
They're
it. The
just
whole
like
thing
there's
is
like
so dumb.
6. We haven't even gotten to the really bad stuff
No,
yet,
we
and
haven't
it's
even
just
gotten
like
half the.
the structural integrity of your biggest storyline is
shaky,
faulty. Like, I mean, come on.
This Lawrence and Sheila thing is just.
And I'll
Because
say
again,
this,
he's pretty much at work, right?
right?
Essentially.
And the thing is too,
Yeah.
Darren McGavin is awesome. He's working with crap, but I mean, he's doing the best. You're not getting anybody better than him in this role, and it sucks. Like, so
It's gives them a full hand salute, a very sloppy full hand salute, by the way. It was just
no, it's the
really
first
sloppy.
episode. It's the first episode back. There's no room. He's probably
There was no room. He's on that ship. He can't even raise his hand if he's sure. He can't do any of that. Sheila tells Lawrence that the captain is gone. You can drop the act now. Apparently, Sheila knows that Lawrence is full of what they call shit. Things are not good between them, and Sheila wants a divorce. Lawrence tells her how bad it would look if the promoter of the marriage-a-thon got divorced. She says during this cruise, she will be his devoted shipmate, but the second the cruise is over, she's on a permanent leave. Why did she come on the cruise then? I don't understand. It doesn't make the marriage-a-thon better because she's there,
So,
right?
and well, it is a classic recent years Baron Jolson, where they clearly had this idea. Wouldn't it be crazy if the guy marrying 50 couples got
Check
divorced,
this out.
right?
Yeah.
Right. But they have literally nothing explaining what it was. And
No.
then the thing that happens in the episode also doesn't explain it. Like, there's no
No.
reason given. This is a wheelchairs in Wimbledon again.
Right. She
There's
came
just
into this.
no right.
Right. There's like a pre-existing condition that they're not defining at all,
Like
which makes it so weird to be like, why are I'll act like you're, but I'm like, what do you talk? Why?
like
It's got
literally
nothing to
just
do with anything.
and they
You
did these
stay
things.
home.
They always think this is clever when they do these hint arounds, because a couple of times he said, well, you make mistakes and you learn to correct them
Right.
and you make up.
Right.
He's like, just say, you know what, this marriage-a-thon would be a lot better if you're cheap floozy that you hooked up with
Just
3 years
right.
ago or
If
something. Just
Steubing knew
anything.
you were a drunk, or I mean, just give me something. Like, just give me some like a real issue. You lost all our money and blah 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 blah. It's the last time
Right.
I go with on
Right.
your bird brain scheme. Or anything.
Anything. It's not that hard. You have two
Anything.
excellent This was. I'm spilling a lot of my beans here. This
fine.
was an episode where I liked so many people in it, and I think
Yeah.
they did the best you can with it.
I completely agree.
And I don't think it made any difference.
No, it didn't make any difference.
So,
You know what's funny too is I really think that if you cut all the fat off these two, I think it makes a great individual episode. Right? Get rid of if you trim this to one episode, this would have been a fantastic episode. Obviously, you got to bail on some storylines, like the judges. Get rid of that. There's things you
completely.
can do to really make it a
Probably
tight.
get rid of the Peter Graves thing.
Yeah, I don't need that.
Just, it was fine, but it was just like
It was
redundant.
slow. It was just
Yeah.
It was I agree. I think they could have done, but
You're probably right. It was funny because during the episode I was trying to think about that. You're probably right, but it also is the most fat you have to cut out
oh
of any of
god,
these things we've ever
it's
done. Yeah,
it's amazing. I just feel like they wasted so much time,
and
and I don't
talent.
understand it. It's just
Time and
like,
talent. Yeah, I agree.
ugh.
It was almost like let's just St. Thomas and the Panama Canal will be our stars.
Let the water speak for itself. Anybody want to be a tour guide? No,
Oh no, everybody wants to be a tour guide this
everybody.
week.
If you look on your right, a woman dressed in pink is standing by the railing. Julie walks up to her, asks her if she's one of the brides to be. She tells Julie that she's waiting for her fiance Brian and his best man Marv. Boo, indeed, boo. Brian, good
man.
lord.
Good lord.
Good. If he's not on somebody's list in the next
he's
2 hours, there's something wrong.
He's a season 1 character. He's like, oh my
he's
god.
just a heel. Julie introduces herself, as does Emily Marcus. Julie admires her wrist corsage. What? Turns out Emily bought it. Why would you? What is happening here, Mike? who buys their own wrist corsage to go on a like? Because I know Brian's not.
Well,
buying
Brian's not going to do it. He's busy buying Myrtle.
Emily's so sad. She's buying her own wrist corsage, and she's just not.
Ladies, if you got to buy your own wrist corsage, that's a deal breaker.
That's a deal breaker. Let your man get it for you. If you're meeting at and wouldn't you show up together to a marriage-a-thon? I'm just saying, like, how do you show up separately?
Yeah, I mean, there were definitely red flags that Charlene Tilton should have seen.
She's colorblind. Apparently, Charlene Tilton doesn't see color.
She thought that was a polka dot corsage.
Yeah. Oh, I loved it. That's why she's wearing all pink. She has no idea what she's wearing. It's crazy.
I'm a virgin.
Julie says she's waiting for her fiance, best man Marv. Julie says, "Oh well, as long as he shows up for the wedding." Camera cuts, zooms back. It was beautiful camera work here
Oh yeah.
to a guy who looks like a mustached. Is that Marv Prime with a mustache, Mike? Is that Don Most playing?
Done
Uh,
mustache.
overlooking the cruise ship. Not a good stash either, man. A weird, but
He got it better, unless I'm thinking of Ron Howard.
yeah.
Didn't when Donnie Most comes back from war, I thought he had a mustache, but maybe not.
I
So
don't know. You mean Don Most?
sorry, I apologize to
I
the
mean,
Mosts.
how is
Yes.
anyone going to keep this straight, Mike? Come on. Don Most mustache, Donnie Most no mustache. All right. Whew. Um, Marv tells Brian, I'm sorry, a man walks up with a lady on his arm, calls him Marv. Marv calls him Brian. Uh-oh.
I
Marv
think
tells
these are our
Brian,
guys.
these are our guys. Maybe. Uh, Marv tells Brian that they have to get to the ship and Emily's waiting for them. Brian says, I'm not going. I'm not getting married. Brian hasn't told Emily, wants Marv to tell her for him. Well, of course,
That
because
is
Marv sees that Brian's with good old Myrna. Boy, nothing. There are very few
sexier
glamorous
names.
or sexy names like Myrna. Brian tells Marv that his on and off with Myrna's back on. And Brian walks away with Myrna. I don't think I've ever said Myrna 3 times. I hope it doesn't cause a Candyman type of reaction in the world.
So so we're in St. Thomas, right?
Yeah.
So I
I
assume these
I
guys all
know.
live in Los Angeles.
Apparently Brian just lives in St. Thomas in the
Or
I don't
did he bring Myrna down? Was Myrna a wedding guest?
I don't know
Like, I'm
how.
so
Yeah, I don't
confused. Like,
was she on the boat and left the boat? Did Brian ever get on the boat? Like what's the game plan here?
and you're right too. Like, what is the where do these guys live? I'm only saying Los Angeles or Alaska, I guess.
Yeah, but why would you get on a plane to Los Angeles and fly to St. Thomas just to take a cruise back to Los Angeles? It just doesn't make any
Well,
sense.
because they got to win the contest. It's the marriageathon. I don't know if you heard.
I wonder if Myrna was Brian's emergency contact.
Emergency. Emergency.
Emergency. Oh. Bing bing. We hear the ship's horn and we're on our way. Doc is on deck. He walks up to Steubing. Steubing's a little captain-like here in a second. Steubing says Mr. Evans, that's Lawrence, asked him to be a judge for the marriage-a-thon, but he had to turn him down because he'll be too busy. Doing what? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. I have no idea. What?
As
one
soon as I
captain's
heard
dinner
them,
yeah.
as soon as I heard them say that, I was like, "Oh, here we go.
Here
It's
we
gonna be an
go.
hour and a half."
Here we go
Like,
on how little he has to do. You know what? That's season 1 through 3 me. That's not season 4 me anymore.
He basically all he did on this thing was he married those people at the end. He almost lost Gopher again.
What kind of captain leaves without his people? And when his speech, he was like the center of attention at that dinner. Remember that
That's
whole
why he
thing
was
at
so.
the end?
That's
I'm
why he
too
was so busy. That's why he was so
I said,
busy.
"The center of attention." What? Nothing. Steubing. Steubing appoints Doc to take his place. Doc tells Steubing, which that's great. Have a physician because you're too busy. Have the doctor do it. Great. Especially on a ship this crowded.
Why was
Doc
this
tells,
not worked out ahead of time?
It's just Why are we talking about this now? Doc tells Steubing that he's just as busy as him, and Steubing says, "Look at him being a captain, and busier, because you'll be a judge as well."
I mean, Doc was so busy they didn't even have a medical office for him. He was doing doctor visits outside.
It's funny. We didn't see Doc doing anything except trying to diagnose someone who can't say a phrase as a medical condition. He had nothing
also,
to do for 15 days. Yeah.
Manslaughter. So
oh yeah, manslaughter.
There was
That's true.
international manslaughter.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot about the manslaughter. That's a good point. Steubing says, or find someone else, and that's an order. Well, Doc sees Gopher, congratulates him on being a judge in the marriage-a-thon contest. Gopher's shocked. Doc said he told Steubing they'd be happy to do it, but Gopher would do a better job. Doc tells Gopher that Steubing thinks Doc is overqualified because he's been married 4 times. That made me laugh.
Hmm.
Um, we meet Valerie Madden and Rena Ward. Turns out they are the other 2 judges. Gopher locks arms with both and tells Doc that Steubing made a wise choice, and he walks away with the judges.
Mike, the
Mm.
Supreme Court deliberates less than these judges did for what we have apparently seen to be 2 things.
I don't
The whole
know.
contest is 2 things:
I mean, it's
a
easy to keep
list
track
and the
of
diaper
points,
thing.
right?
Yeah,
Hope you're
yeah,
keeping a running
yeah.
tally of
And
what?
and as
Of
you
what?
pointed
Nothing's
out,
happening.
it's an 18-night
It's an
contest.
18 contest. They change one diaper. Like what? Why would you have that? No, it's a marriage thing. It's not like we have 50 soon-to-be parents on a cruise that you're going to win.
Like,
You know what I mean? Like what?
shouldn't it have been? I mean, maybe they didn't have these back then, right? But marriage-a-thon to me feels like we have one of those old Studebagers with the cans and just married, and you have to put your
Yes.
hand on the car the whole time,
Yes.
and whoever
Yes.
makes it to the end. Like,
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't that be more of a marriage-a-thon?
I
Am I the
mean,
promoter? Maybe I'm the promoter. So,
I bet you can get a Studebaker in that gift shop, the Island Princess gift shop.
why
No
didn't we
spoiler
meet the
alert.
whoever the
Captain
Captain Norton of the Island Princess is?
Jesus, this guy's got everything. Uh, Tom McMahon and Mary Hubble are relaxing in deck chairs together. Tom has his eyes closed. Why? Because it's so bright outside and he's not wearing sunglasses. Nothing but the open ocean and white wood.
And
It really is.
there were definitely sunglasses on this boat,
Yes.
so that's just on you, Ted Knight. So
His eyes are closed. He's laughing. Mary asks if he's okay. Tom says he's fine. She reminds him that they are on the cruise together to get married. She asks him why he's smiling. He says it's because they're finally getting married after all these years. Mary thinks he's smiling as he's thinking of an excuse not to get married. Little do you know. Emily, still wearing all pink. That's a look right there, Mike. Someone's wearing, bam, I'm pink. Like, that's a lot of pink.
I mean, at least you can pick her out. I mean, it's hard.
Easily.
It's massive
Well, maybe that's
humanity.
smart.
Yeah,
That's a smart thing.
yeah.
She's like a human breadcrumb. You know what I mean? So she can't get lost.
You know what?
Uh,
Brian probably told her to wear pink so he could
Oh,
pick her
yeah.
out just in case he needed a quick exit.
Or he tells his ladies to wear Mern, I need you in purple. And I'm going to call you purple for the day.
Purple Myrna.
He's just awful. Tells her that Brian and Marv didn't make it. Julie tells her it's a big ship. They should keep looking.
Fair.
Enter Marv Prine on the deck area. Mike, Julie is way happy to see him. She runs up to Marv, and Marv lifts and hugs her as though Julie just pitched a perfect game. I saw David Wells get lift hugged by Jorge Posada with a very similar technique. Although Julie wasn't terribly hungover. So
I listened to the end because I was just trying to remember how they left it. I knew. Yeah. So the
like
short
this,
version of the whole thing is, Marv hits on Julie for a while on the Alaska boat, right, but she's got eyes on Chanel. When Chanel is married, she comes back, is devastated. Donnie Most tries to be a shoulder to cry on. She tries to sex bomb him. He's like, I think you need a friend. I think you need a friend more than a lover right now. And they promise to basically keep in touch. But there's no indication that they have kept in touch. So she's basing all of this off of one of the worst days of her life, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It was a weird greeting. I was like,
that said, the one thing I'm feeling about this season so far is the Julie McCoy rebound tour. I am very happy with. So this was another excellent Julie episode.
I agree. I was thinking that as well. Marv and Julie walk up to Emily. Emily asks if she's getting married. Are they getting married? Julie explains they're old friends. Are they new friends? Okay.
Well, they met once.
So. I mean, they met one time. That's fine.
So Big Funny, she just explained it like So
I had my heart ripped out. Huh? What's
and then
yeah,
and then I tried to kiss this
tried to
guy, and he
sex
pulled
bomb him
away.
and then
Yeah. Oh no, I turned the guy's marriage proposal down.
mhm.
Didn't talk to him for a while. Showed up at his house. He was already
Mhm.
married and ran off
Yeah,
screaming.
I didn't
Also,
call
you
him
know,
a
yeah,
right or
right.
anything.
And
It
then
just
basically went to a downward spiral for most
right.
of last season. Do you not watch the show? It was pretty bad.
It
I'm
was
pulling out of it
bad.
now, but it was not great.
It wasn't
So,
good.
I've won 3 straight worst moments
Yeah.
stubbies.
Ooh. uh, he was the best man at Doug and Carol's wedding. Doug is still running somewhere.
Nice
Marv says
shout out to
nothing
Doug
ever
and Carol
changes.
though.
Yeah, I like that. I love the
If
continuity
if
there.
you only watch the Love Boat 2 parters, you got a
You
kick
would
out of
feel
that.
right at home here. Emily asked where Brian is, and I say weird that that wasn't the first thing she said to Marv. You know what I
I mean,
mean? Like
these travel plans are so shoddy
what
that maybe, you know,
they portray this Emily's as dumb as a box of rocks too. She's just
fair,
like Jesus,
fair.
man.
So
They didn't do anything for her in this.
no, they did not.
Marv says that Brian got detained with business, and then adds that Brian lost his passport. Why doesn't Marv just cut bait here and be like, "Look, let me tell you about Myrna." Like he's
Yeah,
like,
there's
the hell is
yeah,
going on here?
I will say this. It feels like Brian told him this 10 minutes ago.
Yes.
So I will say if he needs a minute to compose himself, that's fine. But here's the thing. He
Don't
gave
delay
2
it.
lies. He just kept lying, so he added on to it. Just, you know, I don't know yet. I'll let me check in. Let me go check or
Yeah, it's
something like
always
that.
good to like push
Or
something off you dread. No, 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 no.
or
Let me
here's
worry about it tomorrow.
or here's the thing. It's your fiance. Why don't you know where he
Yeah.
is?
Oh, Brian's dead. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
He drowned. I watched him die. Can we get
I'm
on the boat now?
I'm the best man for a marriage-a-thon. There are no other wedding parties here at
But
all.
he
So,
also had like ulterior, obviously, this whole time. So it's like,
yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot. There's a
I
lot
think
going
he
on
was
with that.
taking 2 I think he had 2 bullets in the chamber this week. He was
Oh,
like,
well, he had a backup bullet. You know what I mean?
"Exactly.
Just in
Yeah, just in
case.
case."
Yeah.
So
Uh, we cut to a couple smooching at the rail. Carl Lawrence walks up to the couple, pokes the man in the back. It's a weird
hello.
move when someone's smooching. Carl's son is shocked that he's on the cruise because he lives in Europe, Mike.
Can
He
you
lives in
imagine you're
Europe.
making out with your fiance on a boat, you're 18, somebody pokes you in the back,
No
weird
kidding.
enough, turn out it's your
And it's your
dad
dad.
from
What?
Europe.
From Europe? What? What part of Europe? Southern.
You know,
Okay. All right,
the
Dad. That's fine.
Europe part.
What country? Hard to say. All right, Dad. All right. You're living that Mission Impossible thing. You know, it's just a TV show, sir.
I I
Oh,
I don't know why it bothers me so much, but it just bothers me so much, and it's just an indication of all the things where it's like, you could have just said anywhere. Just say
anything.
London. Who
Rome.
cares?
Just
It
no,
doesn't
I'll move
matter.
on.
Right,
Don't say
exactly, but
Europe.
I just noticed I'm from parts unknown.
Yeah, where are
Like,
you from? America. Oh,
none
stop it.
I'm
Stop it.
from none of your
Yeah,
business. So,
none ya. Just giving him hemisphere. I'm the northern hemisphere kind of guy.
it's like in
What the
hockey
hell?
when they do lower body or upper
Oh God,
body
I love
injuries,
that. The
like
vaguest injury reports. It's awful.
you'll never
Uh
find me, Aaron Moran.
yeah,
So,
never. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. And it's funny, Carl's like, God, from the back I thought you were Bert Convy. Jesus, son. Um
congratulations for marrying Paul Hollister.
who spent an awful lot of money on traveling to and from the Dallas Cowboys, right? No. Marianne Walker walks up. Her daughter Carrie is very surprised to see her as well because I guess Marianne Walker lives in Asia. I don't know. Uh, she introduces her to her fiance Ted. Ted thanks him. I think this is the dumbest storyline. I just wanted to say right here, this is so stupid.
Oh,
This
see, I
whole
don't think it's
storyline
even the
is
worst. I don't disagree that it's
it's not the
stupid,
worst, but
and it's not even the worst storyline on the show. So.
it just keeps going, and there's more. And we're like, this is all right. Again, I really one concise episode. This would have been a banger of an episode, but they
Yeah, this is on the
Jesus.
cutting room floor. This is gone. Like,
Oh
no offense, everybody. You all did
no,
fine, but you're
yeah.
gone. Yeah.
That's what I should have done. I should have edited the episode down and be like, this is going about to be the greatest episode, and just never bring up stupid Carl and his European dad. edit on the fly. Doc walks up to Isaac and asks how he's doing. Isaac says, "For me, okay. For him, great." He's referring to Gopher,
Yeah.
still arm in arm with Rena and Valerie.
And that literally might have been the last funny part of the whole
Yeah,
storyline,
that was
honestly.
it. Well,
Yeah.
Gopher tells
Thank God
Doc,
there's 38 more scenes of it.
thank God there's still like an hour and 43 minutes left in this episode. Gopher tells Doc, "You're lucky. You're not a judge, Doc. This could kill a man." Funny, 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 funny. Lawrence and Sheila Evans enter their cabin. Sheila comments on Lawrence always traveling in style. Because, I mean,
What
look
a
at
what
this.
a cabin.
What a cabin. 2 beds.
This
Look
is
at
the
this, a
same
couch.
this is the same cabin that Schneider stayed in.
This is a terrible cabin. The cardboard box bed. Like, it's terrible. It looks like the same room the
What do you
guy
got, a
almost killed
door?
himself on. Remember the guy with the neck? Remember this thing? I think it was the same room where he had like the cot set up. It's the same room every week.
Yeah, it really is. They just move the camera and the door. That's all it really is.
It's amazing how much the rooms on the Island Princess look like the rooms on the.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Why would Steubing have his normal office in the Island Princess?
I think that was it his normal office? I don't know that it was his totally normal office.
I got to go back and look. See, now I'm a little irritated
because if you remember, like the table felt like it was way more in the like close to the door when Vicky comes in. I don't think it was the same. Plus, I assume the ship lines are close, right? They may not be exactly the same, but at least they're close. So
yeah. She sees flowers. Sheila sees flowers, reads the card. Then she asks Lawrence why he's doing all this. Lawrence simply says that he still loves her. She says it's too late. He says he needs her. She tells him that all he ever needed was success. Ooh. Lawrence tells Sheila that he loves her and that before the cruise is over, he's going to win her back. How about don't do it on a cruise? How about win her back and then go on a cruise? This isn't a setting to win people back.
You two know what happened. Why are you not saying something to each other?
It's just. And with that, we go to our very first commercial break. This was a long bit before the commercials.
And the thing is, it's like I give them a pass when they have these long ones on these 2-parters because you got to set everything up. But I don't feel no.
No, that's what I'm saying. With the 2 episodes, I was like, there was a lot of fluff, man. Like a lot of fluff.
Yeah.
But thank God too. We're back from break. I would normally say we're in the Coral Dining Room, but I don't know the name of this dining room, so we're going to say we're in the unnamed dining room.
What is the Atlantic Coral? So.
I don't know what
Grouper. It's the Grouper dining room.
The Grouper dining room. The Flounder, the Freddie Flounder, mayor of Fishtown. Carl and his son Ted are walking through the dining room. Carl, when I was your age, I wasn't even thinking about getting married. They both join Carrie and Carrie's mom for dinner. Gopher's at dinner with the judges. Doc walks up. Gopher introduces them. Doc asks to join them. As soon as Doc sits down, Gopher, Rena, and Valerie all get up and leave the table. They've really beaten a dead horse with this gimmick, Mike. This is...
Well, yeah, again, it's Act 2. So...
And it's going to lead to like a felony. You know what I mean? Like
it's going to lead to...
crazy.
What, for some reason, they try to fool us that Gopher's dead. Like, I don't...
Well, how do you lead? Well,
yeah.
I don't want to ruin that one because
part 2
coming
is
up
10 times worse than part 1.
All the good. We're at the good part now. Yeah, this is the good stuff. So much anger yet to come. Mary Hubble sitting at dinner table by herself with a very worried look on her face. I want to go, hey, Mary Hubble, you need to chill out. Like, she asked Isaac if he'd seen Tom. He was supposed to meet her for dinner 15 minutes ago. She goes, he doesn't want to marry me. Not with that attitude, Mary.
I mean, to be fair, she's been basically 9 times.
No kidding.
So
Isaac turns her around and Tom has arrived for dinner. Emergency averted. She joins Tom and apologizes for being late. Yeah, no kidding. That's why she's got PTSD. This guy put her through the freaking ringer.
Yeah, earned. I mean, so.
Yeah. She better have a nice engagement ring. Let's just say that. I don't remember seeing it in the episode, but that thing better be.
I assume it's like a Subway card. It's the 10th
because it's
punch.
a smart gift, you know? Maybe it's a little cow. Maybe it's a little like puppet, like a Monroe. Um, it's the
Cosmic
captain's table.
Cosmic
The
Cow engagement ring.
cosmic would be awesome. It's the prestigious captain's table. You know, and at first I'm like, wow, I wonder what this captain's table. Boo, boo, boo.
Yeah, yeah.
Vinyl
They didn't.
tablecloth over
They
two
didn't
tables.
fly. They didn't
Just
fly in the good tables.
no, no, this is terrible. Lawrence is telling Steubing that if you want to make a marriage work, you have to allow for a mistake or two,
Right.
and then work at it that much harder. Okay. And Vicky says that when she gets married, her and her husband are going to make it stick. Then she says, "A husband? That sounds yucky."
Great, Vicky.
Okay, that's great.
The whole
Yeah.
thing about you have to allow for a mistake or two, that's more like when you're reconciling your register at the end of the shift. That's
Oh,
not that
yeah.
like good luck telling anyone that as a real theory. Like,
That's funny. That is
that
true.
sounds like a man who has made a mistake
Yeah, who's
or
been
two.
fired a time or two, does not handle cash well. Sure.
Well, you're gonna be living in Europe, Larry. So
I remember as a cashier in a fast food restaurant, I don't want to give away any, and I remember I would like, they would count and they'd be like, "You're $7 over." And I'd be like, "Right? We're making the company to
yeah,
be named later
but
money, right?" And
no,
they're like, "No, like,
no,
what are you
yeah.
doing?" Uh,
Mm. Oh, I used
uh,
I used to do the money at Wawa on the weekends because I was a 18-year-old
sure.
genius, much like these
Budding
kids getting
accountant.
married. And we had a list,
Oh,
like you had like a running total. It wasn't just for the shift; it was for yeah. I took all that and definitely went a pro with it.
yeah.
Yeah, it was. But the thing is, like you built in those mistakes. It wasn't I've cheated on you 6 times.
No, 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 no. This is
Probation?
the probably
Like,
the eighth time to write up. Uh,
yeah, yeah.
she didn't need that. Come on, where's the self-esteem? Don't go through that a tenth. Get out of here with that. And it, yeah. Anyway, camera cuts to Marv and Emily having dinner. Julie walks up. Marv tells Emily that Julie's the world's greatest cruise director. Julie asks him, "How many cruise directors do you know?" Marv says, "One." Julie says that Marv is her all-time favorite guy. Favorite guy? Marv asks how many guys she knows. Julie says one. I'm kind of disappointed that it wasn't a Julie Marv thing here, and that I didn't need Marv
Something.
and Emily. I didn't need that. I wanted Marv something with Julie or establish something in the future or something. I didn't like that they
Or
didn't
just
need Marv
or
to
have
like
a
Emily.
little
They didn't
like
need that.
just just have one scene that like even felt like you went back to the well or something like that. But I
Yes.
think they're saving. I do think at this point now they've gotten Julie squared away. So now I think maybe they're saving that. Whereas you don't want to throw anything in. But you could just have flirting or like,
Right. Like he was
like
a good
a
guy before. He still could have been like on the
right.
up and up.
Or just telling stories. Just telling fun stories, right? Like at
I
some point when you have a funny romance fail story, you're mature enough you can joke about it probably. Maybe not Mike Taylor, but most people can joke about that.
right.
So
We join Carl, Ted, Carrie, and Marianne. They're on deck sitting at a table together. Again, very bright outside today. Carl picks up his plate and decides to go for seconds. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to what this guy's putting on his plate. And he makes Ted go with him, which is a little, I'm getting seconds. Come with me, boy, that I don't get to see very often because I live in Europe.
Europe.
Uh, Marianne tells Carrie that she's so you and asks her how she's going to get by. Carrie says that maybe they'll win the $50,000 prize in the marriage-a-thon. Come on, Mike. What are the odds? 150 or something? God, come on.
Yeah.
Come on. Marianne tells her to be practical. She's only known him for a short amount of time. Carrie says 2 months. Carrie says she's not a kid anymore. She's 18. So am I, Mike. So am I. I'm a
The
young 18. Yeah.
When I think back about the person I was dating when I was 18 in the first 2 months, I definitely
Hmm.
think I could have fooled myself into thinking that was gonna be the person I was gonna marry, but now I look back and I'm like, "Oh god."
I don't
So
think I. Yeah, I didn't date a lot when I was that. Yeah,
well, you
but
lived in to
God,
be fair, you were living in Europe, so
I was in Europe. What part? Southern Europe. Southern Europe. Yeah, it's
upper,
true.
lower, upper,
Lower
western,
Europe.
lower Europe.
Hmm. What part? The east part. Oh, okay, okay. That's wonderful. Carl's loading up his plate with at least one olive for round two, and Ted is with him. That's not seconds. He put an additional olive. I want to load up my plate, Ted. This food was so good. One olive. Like, what are you doing? Well, because that's in Europe. They don't
That's
do
what I'm
buffets in
saying.
Europe. You only take what you can need, and you only take what you need, and he needed one olive. Woo! European buffets. Let's go. Uh, Carl's giving him the same talk to Ted about only knowing Carrie for 2 months.
Oh god.
I just couldn't believe it. Like we get all these buffets, and this Joker makes a point to talk about. Oh, I'm famished. I'm going back for round two, and gets an olive
Like, did they
with
just not
tongs.
have did they did they just not have a lot of food acting on Mission Impossible? Like,
He
you
didn't.
just slop some stuff on the plate. You don't have to eat it, dude.
I
Like,
bet you he's terrible at the drinking the empty cup thing too, or
oh
talking on
yeah,
the phone with nobody.
yeah.
I'm a method actor. If I'm going to get food, I'm going to at least get an olive.
And this
Okay.
this didn't feel like the egregious Lido deck buffets. Like it was probably
No,
safe,
I
So
didn't see any mayonnaise based salads in the sun in this one. There's no shade. Oh, load up on olives. I know I won't get sick from this. Oh boy, I don't. I
no
laughed
hex,
so hard
no
when I just saw an olive.
virus for Peter Carey. That's not what's gonna kill Thorn. Maxwell
It's not
Thorn.
an olive.
It's not
It's
who
if
done it.
anything, it's one of those pitted olives. Who
Who
did it?
done it? Not the olive.
Yeah, not the olive. The chef de-seeded him or took the pits out. Oh, would it be funny if that's what killed him? They tied it all back to the stupid olive.
Oh, it'd be amazing.
Oh, Marv's walking around deck. He's joined by Emily. Emily says that all the couples are driving her crazy. Because I'm Emily and I'm not so bright, you know?
Not as bright as my dress.
No. That's funny. Julie walks up, tells Emily that the radio room was able to get through the hotel in St. Thomas and that Brian has already checked out. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's what we're using the radio room for? We're having a hard time getting through. We're checking to see who checked out of a hotel.
And
You know,
it's like a seedy hotel too, because it's Brian.
well, you saw the receipt. It was like the captain's satellite or something. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. I paid attention to that. Emily loves hearing this. Don't know why she loves hearing this. And tells Marv that Brian will definitely meet them in Caracas. Carrie tells Marv that she can't wait for him to get there, and Marv says, "Me too." Come on, Marv. For a stand-up guy, you're being. I had problems with
So
Marv
this
in this
isn't.
episode.
This is not last week where the pregnant woman had like two or three obvious opportunities to tell Dennis Cole.
Well, I mean, shit, you know.
But you got to make it. And the other thing is too, it's not your bad news, right? So you can.
No.
But it's the classic. I'm such a good guy that I can't even like use this to my advantage. Like,
Yeah, but I think
but
he did though. He kind of tried to, in a way. You know what I mean? In a very
yeah. But see, here's the thing.
non-energetic way.
Here's the thing. I
It was a
don't think they
passive.
ever. I
Yeah.
don't think they did, and they should have. Honestly, they didn't do the move where at some point he could have told her, but
Right.
didn't specifically because he wanted more time with her. Like, if they were going for that, they did a terrible job of like actually showing that.
Well, let's
So
talk about. Remember the Catherine Bach? It's that
yes,
thing. It's
exactly.
that. It's
No, that was
It's that
too.
all over again.
That was too
That's
blatant. So again,
right. Right.
this is all.
I didn't
This
even.
is all a. This is all a Three Bears episode. There's a middle that they could have hit on some of this stuff. It's
Yes.
just
Yeah.
all Three Bears.
Whew.
Three bears from Europe,
Three bears from what part? Uh,
undetermined.
hard to say. Hard to say. Rather not. Rather not give out that location. Too specific. Tom McMahon walks up to Isaac in his tiny non-poolside bar. Asks Isaac to put a head on that, but it didn't look like he had a beer. So I don't. What,
Yeah.
so you want
Just put
you want beer
just
foam on a sex on the beach?
yeah,
Yeah.
just make me a Boilermaker, Isaac.
What? Okay. Isaac asks if Mary's with him. Tom says not yet. Tells Isaac that he loves Mary, wants to get married, but he wishes they were celebrating their 50th anniversary. Isaac asks if he's scared of marriage. Tom said that he's scared of the first 49 years. Which I'm. What?
Yeah, I didn't get that. That was clunky. I don't think that landed whatever they were trying for. I think he's basically like, I wouldn't mind being married for 50 years, but I don't want to be married for 49 years. Like, so
Right. So you just
he just
want
wants
to
a
be married for
party.
one.
He just wants a party.
That's all he wants. He wants gifts. He
I
wants a
want to
trip to like the newlywed
yeah,
game,
I
and
want
then
to
he
be
wants it to
feted.
be over.
So
He'll be on the divorce-a-thon cruise coming up next week. Imagine that if the next two-parter is the divorce-a-thon. They take him back to St. Thomas.
I'm hoping the next two-parter is a lot more straightforward than this because that's
I
mine.
mean,
So
this is just. Uh, Camera cuts to Steubing. He walks up to Sheila Evans and says hello. This is weird. Sheila tells Steubing that she envies him. What the fuck? And that he has a beautiful life here with the ocean in his ship. Sheila, what the hell are you talking? You don't even know. What are you talking
this
about?
ain't
Like,
his ship.
what? It's not even his ship. And
It's
it's
not
not
his
even his
ship.
ocean. We're in the
Ocean.
sea. It's not an ocean. Jesus, Sheila. It
This
just
is
gets
why
weirder
Darren
from there.
McGavin was running away. Oh yeah, that's the thing though. But what we need to note is this is their interactions in the
It's
first
so
part. It's
right.
it's very it's I mean, I didn't get the impression that she was making moves or anything. I think she's just talking to an old man.
Well,
So
right. And well, uh she tells him that she always wanted a family, but he and Lawrence were always on the go. Steubing's a ship captain. He chose the sea. Like, I don't know why we're even
also they've
any
only been married for 10 years. Like that's the thing. Like we
right.
didn't bring that up. They've only been married for 10 years and Steubing keeps treating them like they're the greatest love story ever told and stuff. And it's like, I
Well,
don't know. Like
then Steubing says a odd comment. You'd make one heck of a mother. Someone I just met frickin' 2 seconds ago.
and has been near my
What?
daughter twice. Yeah.
You got to be careful saying stuff like this, man. Like, you don't know if you know what I mean. Like, this is what I'm saying. This whole Sheila Steubing Vicky triangle thing is weird. It is so forced and it's so unnecessary and so uncomfortable.
And so unearned.
Like, stop trying to like replace Vicky's
Yeah.
mom. Just stop. It's all
Hey,
weird,
hey,
man.
hey, Stoobs, here's an idea. Maybe old Eleanor, when she came, you should have
Right.
introduced her to Vicky.
Right.
So
Oh, you remember Eleanor? That's the one you watched dance with another dude. Remember that one on the dance floor? Like you just stood there. Oh, this poor guy.
yeah, at least Vicky protected Stoobing this
Right.
time. At some
Right.
point, she stood in front of it at the end. So
Yeah. Ugh.
we are never going to finish this episode, by the way.
No. It's gonna be. It's gonna. We're gonna be here for 2.5 weeks.
Oh, like
Carl
a trip
Mariano.
to Panama.
Yeah. Well, it does take about 16 to 18 nights. How long is the podcast? 15 to 18 nights. Carl and Marianne are sitting indoors together having a drink. Carl says that he is just out of arguments for Ted. Marianne says that she isn't getting anywhere either. Carl decides to work on Carrie, and Marianne can work on Ted.
Oh, the old switcheroo.
How are they going to
Great.
do this, Mike? Slyly and subtly exaggerate all of their faults. Which reminded me, remember that thing when you were brutally honest right before you moved away from Philadelphia? It just reminded me of that. All my jokes
Also,
will
it
be
worked.
accurate.
All my jokes will be truth. Yes.
Yeah, it was great.
That was fun.
And then we had the day where no one could lie.
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys watching football upstairs? Sure are. Who's up
I
there?
moved.
I am.
Then I moved from Philadelphia to Europe.
That's right. What part?
Europe. The
Yeah,
Europe part of Europe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Europe, comma Europe. Back on deck, we see Lawrence Evans standing with different couples in lounge chairs, sitting around him in a circle. He asked the brides to write down 10 characteristics of their perfect husband. He asked the grooms to write down 10 characteristics of their perfect wife. Again, they didn't even show the conclusion to this. There was
He
no
doesn't
point in
even
showing this.
have like a microphone or a megaphone. Like you're on the
No one
sea.
can hear you.
No, there's no way anybody can hear him. Like there's just
It's who, but they don't even show what happened. Like it was just dumb. Everyone
well, I
starts writing, and then there's
assume
no ending
well,
to that.
okay, so
It's
everybody's
so
writing 10 things,
stupid.
there's 50, so this is what 500 answers that
Right?
have to be, it's like so I guess
What are you
that's what the
judging
judges
it?
have been doing the whole
What do
time.
you? How do you
Like
judge that answer?
I don't
Like
know,
it? Don't like it.
banging by
This is a
banging
6 point.
gopher apparently.
This is
So
a 14-point answer. This is a 6 point. The whole thing is just so dumb. We see Gopher with the judges. They're arguing over what's most important in a marriage. Doc walks up, sees an opportunity to replace Gopher, tells Gopher that he can talk to Steubing and get him replaced as a judge. Valerie and Reno walk up to Gopher, give him a couple of smooches, and walk off hand in hand. Oof. Gopher tells Doc not to worry about talking to Steubing for him. And Doc looks right at the camera and says, Doc, you have no one to blame but yourself. I really thought we were going to commercial after this one, but no. Julie's on deck. Walks up to Lawrence Evans and hands him a cablegram. Another cablegram, Mike.
man.
How is this an emergency, by the way? And I'm surprised she didn't read it as he walked up. That's what
I mean, the
Steubing would
last
do.
few cablegrams we got were your insurance will not pay for your car damage.
Right.
The
You can let the
trial,
woman
the
go.
robbery
Yeah.
trial is over. Television network not taking your unfilmed television show.
Yeah, how is that even getting through? How do we get in touch with him? Cablegram. He's
Yeah.
somewhere in the Caribbean.
He's somewhere in the Panama Canal. How long does that take to get there? Like,
Well, I don't think they'd go out of the way to send the no
no.
thanks, but no
Yeah,
thanks letter.
that's
Like
true.
Jesus.
That's true. This is a bad network. This isn't
Oh.
a network. This isn't one of the American network. It's a European
No,
television
it's a European.
network.
Of course, it's a European network. It's nighttime. On the cruise, Marv is walking with Emily in the cabin hallway. Emily tells Marv that there are tons of girls on the ship looking to get married. You don't have to hang out with me. He walks Emily to her cabin, a quick smooch, who Marv was ready for a much bigger smooch in this situation, which is very non-Marv like, in my opinion. But it's this mustache. Mustache Marv is a different creature than non-mustache Marv. Emily tells Marv that she'll tell Brian what a super friend he has. Great. We hear a band playing. We hear a little slow sax, and I'm looking for Eric Estrada. Where are you, Ponch?
Great.
That'd
That would have been
awesome.
great.
Just
I mean, he's
shows
not
up.
working. He's not working tonight.
Or he just shows up to badmouth John Baker. That son of a bitch, John Baker.
Oh.
Marv walks up to Julie. Julie asks where Emily is, and she says that she's sure Emily wants to look good for Brian tomorrow. It's tomorrow already. This is so great that Marv has given her a smooch and is not even like, oh, by the way.
It's just 2 days now.
A quick 2 days.
Yeah. So maybe we do get to 8. Maybe we do get to 18 days.
Do you think people would have like full beards? It's like playoff beards by the time this cruise is over. Julie sees that something is up with Marv, and Julie knows that just by looking at him because they've known each other for so long.
Exactly. But when they're besties like that, you can just tell.
He asks if they can talk, which he takes like one step to the left. He's like, "Come into my office." Like what? Just can't we just talk right here? Why can't we talk right here?
Let's talk over here where the sound mics can't pick us up very well. So.
No kidding. That's like that guy that with Vera's makeout spot. It's one of those type of thing. No, I can hear you. Step to your left. Step closer to the slow sax speaker. Marv tells Julie that Brian isn't coming, that he ran off with an old girlfriend. Marv says he can't tell Emily because she's such a great girl. Julie says it looks like Marv has feelings for Emily based on whatever. Julie tells Marv that he has to tell her.
Jump.
Marv says he'll tell Emily in the future, or the morning, I should say. Future, could be anything.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, he doesn't tell her tomorrow. All right, let's just get to that. He does not tell her tomorrow. And we go to our second commercial break. Back from break, Doc and Gopher are jogging together. Doc tells Gopher that he isn't jealous of him at all. Here comes Valerie. She gives him a smooch, and they'll be meeting each other for breakfast. Doc says that being jealous is a waste of time. Here comes Rena. Says that she loves a man that stays in shape, at which Doc starts jumping rope at a breakneck pace.
Well,
Uh, he's also
I
wearing a
mean, he
Dusty
always has that
Rhodes,
jump rope ready.
always. Uh, he's wearing a Dusty Rhodes Common Man hat, but this one's made of light blue terry cloth. Awful hat.
I got the
Uh,
impression
yeah,
that I got the impression that Bernie Capel was a little worried about the island sun because I've he wore a hat in every
yeah.
outdoor scene. So I don't
Yeah,
know
you
if
can.
things were a little thin up top and he was worried or
I've heard that when
plugs,
people do
you
go
know.
thin on top, you either have to wear a hat or you have to wear sunscreen. I don't really have to
Yeah.
worry about that.
So
Uh, we see a man standing in the. I'm sorry, I jumped ahead because of the hair joke. Uh, Rena tells Gopher that he forgot all about their drink last night. She says he'll forgive her if he takes her to breakfast. Gopher asked to be excused for a second. Asked Doc for a favor. Asked him to help Julie with bingo because Gopher is going to be tied up. Enough with that storyline already. Like, can we just get Gopher dumped in prison and jail already? I know it sounds wacky. You'll
what a
see. Lots to come in part
what a
two.
stupid
It was
phrase to
stupid.
make.
It's the dumbest. We see a man standing in the cabin hallway. Shady, shady gentleman. Lawrence Evan leaves the room. The man who was waiting introduces himself as Ed White, and he loves this contest. But Ed White is. But I'd be happy with just the house and the car, and you could keep the money. Why would you say that? Why? Why wouldn't you keep the money? It just is stupid. Why? Why?
Well,
Why
what
would you keep
so
those two?
okay, so Ed White, unless
The
he's got a
son of a bitch.
source, unless he's got a source inside the network, he
Yeah,
doesn't
how's he?
know that the money is a problem. So he's going there, what, assuming this is
Sight
shady?
unseen, like
Yeah.
shot in the dark.
And then he never really says that you could keep the money. He just says that we wouldn't need the money. And then he stares at him for like a while.
Ed White's the kind of guy that, like, if you asked him why, and he's like, "Well, you don't know if you don't ask." Like, he'll ask
That's
for
true.
anything, you know.
Ed White gives long handshakes. Like he
Long
holds on
handshakes,
for a while.
and Ed
So
White will eat everybody's pizza bones too. Waste not, want not. Ed White.
I tell you one thing, Ed White's not getting one olive on that return trip to the
Mm-mm.
buffet.
Nope.
So
I only go once, and I pile it up. I'm Ed White. Oh,
keep your money.
and you know what? Ed White's not even a villain. Ed White's just being Ed White.
No,
I'm not mad at Ed White.
Ed White didn't do anything wrong.
No, he was trying to get his
I
wife
would
a
be
house
very
and a
curious
car.
to see what happened after the boat.
I
So,
hope every
because Ed
contest on
White,
this boat, Ed White
a
shows up.
big dude,
He's trying to rig everything.
just looking to
Oh,
take a
Ed
little
White.
bit less.
Yeah, just shady Ed White. Tom and Mary are walking on deck. Tom mentions how beautiful all of this is. They run into Isaac, tells him that the early bird catches the love bird. Isaac, shut up. Shut up with this. Just don't you have drinks to make? Like he's just hunting this couple down for the entirety of these two
And that's
episodes.
it.
Like
Do
that's
we
it.
even really see him with any other couple? Like, I mean, it's just that. So
Um no, because it's the whole I was your bartender once. Like it's weak. It's weak. Uh, Marv says they haven't discussed where they're going to live once they get married. She says that they should buy the type of house his brother has. Tom doesn't want that. He doesn't want the mowing. It's going to be one of those, I'm going to find a problem with everything you say. Mary says they can get an apartment. Tom says
right.
that the neighbors will drive him crazy. It's just, Mary says that he's trying to think of an excuse not to get married. She tells them they're going to get married this time, and if they have to, they'll live in a
Also, this
tree.
feels like a very. This feels like a very. We should have discussed this one of the other 9 times. Where are we going to
Yeah.
live? Like,
Or I feel like she got him on this cruise, and he didn't really know what this cruise was. And he was like, wait, shit. For real? And he's like, well,
what the
shit.
hell?
Now I'm
What
stuck.
did that? What did that? What's that big? What did that big banner say? Hold on, wait a minute.
Oh, wait, what?
Monroe.
Can cosmic cowrie. Yeah, marriage. Shit. Yeah, he's just stuck. Damn it. The island princess has arrived in Caracas, Venezuela. Emily's excited to see Brian. I'm excited for Emily to see Brian. And she looks over the non-load bearing railing. Careful, don't lean on that. Mind the railing. Here comes Marv. Marv says, Brian's not going to meet you. He'll meet you in Curacao. I got the two destinations confused. And Emily, just box of rocks, just, okay, sounds good. Stop it.
Well,
Stop. Just
she was mad. She was mad at Donnie
She wasn't that mad.
Mustache.
She should have been way madder than that. Can you
She really should
imagine?
have consulted. She should have consulted Isaac, or Donnie Most should have, to find out the difference between Curacao and Caracas.
Can I see that map again, Isaac? Hold on. Where's the unreal? Julie walks up, tells Julie what he just told Emily. Tells Julie he just couldn't tell her. And Julie says that
No,
she
Julie, I
understands.
didn't tell her.
I couldn't do it. I'm
So-
Don Most. My mustache keeps me from
Marv.
being earnest.
Oh,
Poor Don Most. Marvin Prine or Marv Prine. There's two different characters here. Stubing's in the hallway, walking with Sheila. Stay away from Sheila, Stubing. Tell Sheila that he knows that she and her husband are going through some hard times. What a
how?
Badinsky, man.
But like,
Well, because she
how?
said, "Oh, we wanted to have a family and this and this and." He's just got to chill out, man.
He at
Like,
least admits to being a nosy captain, but like, that's some guts to say that to anybody. That, listen, I know your marriage stinks.
no kidding. But wait, is this what he was too busy doing that he couldn't be a judge? Is just being a Badinsky?
Did he know that he was going to spend so much time with Debbie Reynolds? Because otherwise, his calendar was pretty free for like 16 of these 18 days.
I want to see what his to-do list was on that damn clipboard. Just
Well,
give me
it's-
just a quick camera shot of what
Well,
he's
here's the
doing all
thing.
day.
So it's the Debbie Reynolds thing, which could
Right.
not have been planned for, and the Gopher thing, which could not have been planned for.
Well, he didn't do
He didn't do anything. Most of the
did
time he spent
nothing.
was
He-
caused
he
by
put-
other members of his crew.
He put more effort into prying marital issues out of Sheila Evans than he did to like recover his own crew member. He could have
Oh, yeah.
been dead for all he knows. Wait, people. Part 2 of this episode's going to get nuts. Let me get there because we're wasting our time here because the gold is wow. Tells Sheila that going through hard times. Tells her that when a marriage lasts that long, you should have a careful look before it's thrown away. Boy, he's got a lot of advice for a single man to give out, doesn't he?
A single man who got
This guy.
basically dumped by
He chose
his
water
ex-wife.
over his wife.
Yeah. And then has one failure after another on this boat. Like, so
Remember what the nominee was for like worst moment was him on that dance floor last year. How do you go from that to doling out advice?
I'm pretty sure. And listen, Stubing won best crew member, but also I think worst moment. I had like 10 Stubing moments.
Yeah.
So it's like, come on, Meryl.
Stubing says it's obvious that her husband loves her very much. He's such a weird. And then Sheila thanks Stubing and he gives her a proper 2-finger salute. Like, what is the end game here? And now I almost don't blame Vicky as much because.
But Vicky
she's
doesn't
just sort
see
of-
any of this.
No, she doesn't see this. That's true. It's just weird. Sheila enters her cabin, tells the housekeeping person, "You don't have to make up the couch tonight." Okay. Knock on the door. It's Ed White again. Boy, this son of a bitch, Ed White. Why in the world would he be coming back to the cabin to do what? To go, what you think about that money thing? Like, what? It's an odd move to me. You know? Let's see. It's Ed White again. He's looking for Lawrence. He asked Sheila to tell Lawrence
will
that he talked to
say
his fiance. Like, what? Yeah.
The
Go ahead.
biggest jump in Act 1 was this. Was
Yeah.
just this part where like
Right.
you can't put anything together from
Mm-mm.
what Ed White told you unless you're looking for something. Also,
There's
she took
nothing there.
Stubing's. She also took Stubing's advice to the point where she was going to let Darren
Like, let him
McGavin sleep in the
with
bed.
her.
Right. So it's just like she unearned
Because
all
Stubing's
this.
so fucking omniscient. Like, he knows every twist
Well,
and turn.
it's like-
Come on, bro.
It's like last year with the adopted kid, remember? And
Yeah,
the
yeah,
mom comes in
Mhm.
and Steven gives advice, and she basically he's like, think about things, and she's like, you can meet her or something like that. It was like he didn't even like his
No,
advice is terrible, but people act on it immediately. So
it's almost like contractually you have to take his advice because he's a captain, but like
uh,
there's no reason
yeah.
to. But like I don't know, he's not even on his ship, so uh, jeez. He asked Sheila to tell Lawrence that he talked to his fiance and it's a deal. Tell Sheila that he'll know what that means. How would Sheila know? She's just going to assume the worst, right? Until he
Well,
said
I
whatever.
right, which
Or
again, I
maybe that's
guess
not
I
the first time
assume
he's done something.
right, which
Yeah.
that's fair, but again, they don't even flesh that out.
No,
Like,
they don't tell you anything. Well,
no,
because that's it. Because it
come on, Ed
like,
White.
well, it's weird because essentially they're just saying that this Lawrence guy is just like, he makes bad decisions, but he travels in style. It's a weird character they've created in this Lawrence guy. Like his wife's there,
Well,
she loves him enough to be there, but not enough to this. He's a TV. He just sounds like a used car salesman type, you know?
and it's also hard because they don't make him enough of what they're
Right.
saying that he is when he then on the other hand is being very loving and
Right.
I'm not saying he's infallible, but
No,
it's
no.
like he they don't make him as villainous as they probably needed to be.
They force
It's
that
just it's
thing.
all it's like
Yeah,
I said, it's a lot of A to C. Yeah, they just
that's a good point. It is a lot of that's a good way to put it from A to C because it's a lot of just nothing. Um, Isaac walks up to a smooching Tom and Mary. He's asking him about the baby diapering contest. Um, Tom's not really down with that. Mary says she always, this is where it gets weird too. Mary says she always did that for her sister's babies. And now she'd be able to do it for our babies and gives Tom a smooch. Tom is not. How old is he? Hold on a second. Hold on. People weren't having babies at this age. How old is she supposed to be in the show? Like, she's got to be in her 40s, right? That wasn't a
I
thing
mean,
in 1980.
we s- we saw that woman get pregnant at 59 a couple months ago,
Oh,
years
that's
ago.
right.
So,
Yeah, it's just, okay. All right. Well,
I also think they both probably aren't as old as you think they are, but
that's true. Well,
understood.
they love to
I,
play those
I
games.
right. I think the bigger thing is, as someone who has been married, um, for a while, I think the two main conversations you want to have before marriage are where are we going to live and
Yeah,
are we gonna have kids? So to
sure.
have them both by 20 minutes before the wedding
Come up
seems
on
like
a
a problem.
cruise. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, man. And it's funny. It's like, what are the other items that came up that didn't come up this time that
Oh, just like
derailed this
the
thing
flame
nine
was like
times?
the most trivial stuff,
Oh, it's
you
just got to
know.
be. Yeah.
Right. Like they definitely
Um,
know what kind of silverware they want to have. It's like
oh, but I also think that Tom has paved that road. Like he's agreed to things he probably doesn't want to agree to. So he always has that ammunition to like end it based on something he agreed to against his will. I've been there before.
oh, do you think these are like the big guns because he knows he's in trouble?
Yeah, you gotta set that mind for
These are
later
like
where you can go, oh well,
yeah.
we can't be together because because you're a Jedi, or whatever.
These are like final boss questions that he's
Oh,
asking
one
at this
hundred
point.
percent,
So it's
100%. She mentions if she's too old to have a baby, he tries to. I'm sorry. Mary says if she's too old to have a baby, it's because he dragged her through 10 engagements. Boy, it's not going well with them. We see Tom walking between Carl and Carrie. So one scene intersects with the other. You got Tom walking between Carl and Carrie, and in the process, he asked Carrie, "Were you number 22?" She says yes, and he says that he never forgets a number, and then he walks away. He's no longer part of that scene, which I thought was a cool way to transition to. Carrie's telling Carl it's a good idea that they got to know each other. Carl's trying to tell her, Ted's always fallen in love and a bunch of different women, just trying to derail. Um, Carl tells her that they were only around these women for a week or two, in and out of love at the drop of a hat. While this is happening, Marianne's telling Ted that Carrie likes to spend a lot of money. Ted looks worried. She tells him not to worry because you'll earn a lot. You'll have to. Okay. Um, Here comes Sheila. She asks if she can speak to Lawrence. She asks about this son of a bitch, Ed White. So what the hell's going on here? And he says, oh, that, nothing. Sheila says, I gotta know. She's like, no more lies. He says that the network deal fell through. Boy, he just caved quickly, right? Like,
Yeah.
why would you?
Yeah.
Because how would she ever know? He could have just told her some nonsense. Well, Lawrence is a stand-up guy. I don't know.
I don't know.
Tells her Ed White and his new wife win the car and the house, and they get to keep the cash. She says, you are never going to change. We're finished. He says it's a stupid contest, and who cares who wins? I mean,
Well, the other problem is he spent the 50 grand already.
Right.
So
like,
it's
what do you?
like,
Why are you having a
on what?
contest to give away 50 grand when you don't have 50 grand? Like, what are you
Plus,
doing?
what did you spend it on? Like
Well,
that banner?
production to sell it to the TV people, apparently, which never happened. Yeah, what do you spend 50 grand? That's a lot of money then.
The banner, the fake baby dolls for the
Did you say the
diapers.
banner?
Yeah.
Or the list, the paper and pencils to
paper
write
for
out
the
your
list.
favorite characteristics?
All those olives.
The diapers. Oh, the 6 olives for seconds. Oof. Yeah, what you better 1 olive a day if it's an 18 night
I mean,
cruise.
do we assume
Jesus.
do we assume that he booked? Like, do you think these wedding people are paying for the cruise? I would assume they are.
Yeah, well, he's not paying for the cruise.
Right. So I don't know
mean,
where the money went. He is a flim flammer, Mike.
Well, that's just it. So you're gonna pay for a cruise, and one of you's gonna win $50,000, a house, and a car. What? Who's coming? That's the stupidest contest I've ever heard of.
I gotta tell you, Debbie Reynolds marries terrible men. Eddie
She's
Fisher,
awful.
Lawrence Evans,
Come
Darth
on.
Vader.
Darth
These are
Vader,
all
that's a good
terrible
point.
men.
Wow. Sheila says, I'll share your lie, but I won't share a cabin or share your life. She is pissed. She walks away.
She was looking for a reason to go,
anything.
though.
Well,
To
because
be
Stupid's
fair,
planting the seeds. Or you don't look very happy. You'd be a great mother. Like all these weird, like,
yeah.
Is
he white knighting her? Is he good? He's not good enough to white knight her,
totally
though,
white
right?
knight her.
But by accident, he doesn't know how to do it. So
Under what circumstance do you go to a woman who doesn't have children and go, you know what, you'd make a great mom?
I mean, do you remember who else he told make an excellent mother? Julie.
God, don't do. Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh, you'd have little beautiful Chinots. I mean, not Chinots running around.
Shinopes.
Shinope. Oh, Shinonito. These little Chinots. Ship is leaving Caracas and headed for Curacao. Marv's in a tuxedo again. This is the 3rd time he's wearing one in this episode. I hope he's got 12 more.
I mean, to be fair, he's the best man at everybody's weddings. He's got tuxedos.
Closets tuxedos.
He's like the Pac-Man of tuxedos. He's like,
or he came empty-handed and Pierre hooked him up. Maybe Pierre's on the island.
Do you think Pierre's on this one, or do you think there's
If
an
he
island
is,
Pierre?
It's a crime that they don't show him to us if he's on this cruise. It's a damn crime.
It would have been funny if they had like all the characters, but they were on the other side. So it was just
the alternate
Bizarro.
universe version.
Yeah,
like
right.
Black Gopher, White Isaac.
White Isaac.
Everything's backwards. He's standing with Emily. She apologized for the way she acted. She didn't really say she was mad at Brian, but took it out on Marv. Tells Marv that he's been nicer than anyone. Marv tells her that he has to talk to her. I'm like, just say it, bro. Emily tells him that you made an honest mistake, and then we'll see Brian the day after tomorrow. Gives Marv a smooch. Boy, Marv's nothing. He's like, yep, guess we will. Like, sure, zoinks. Good Lord, man.
Definitely. What?
What?
Hold on, my phone's ringing. What?
Yeah, what? It's so... Stubing's at his desk. There's a knock at the door. It's Sheila. Tells Stubing that she and Larry are finished. Why? What? It's funny.
Larry or Ed White.
If I had an argument on a plane with my wife, right? I don't feel like I would have to knock on the cabin and be like, Look, we were going to get the cheese plate, and I was against the cheese plate, but my wife won out, and we got the cheese plate. And turns out the cheese plate was pretty enjoyable. Like, sir, can you go
Is
back to your seat? Like, yeah, I
is
can.
there
I just
another
wanted you to
is
know.
there another plane I can take,
Yeah,
please?
I just want to knock. Yes, sir. You'd make a great dad. Just want you to know, I'm going to be back in my seat now. Thank you. And we go. Oh, I'm sorry. Sheila needs a cabin. Why would she go to the captain's? That's a bold talk about
I mean, a
ignoring
lot
the
of
chain of command.
I
Jesus, man.
mean, to be fair, she knows the captain, right? She's got,
How
the
for 5 minutes?
I mean, the purser is otherwise detained. You
That's
can't
true.
move on this boat. So
I just yeah, yeah, no kidding. Um she needs a cabin. Vicky pops out and offers her room to Sheila. Just settle down here. Let's not pee where we eat or crap where we shoot. What is it? Crap where we eat, crap where we is it crap
so they
shit where
so
we eat. Okay. Yeah,
so they were I mean, this is a different boat, which does
you're right.
bother me that they didn't explain why these
They should
guys
have
are
said
running the
something.
island boat. That could have
Right,
been
right.
in Isaac's thing. But so it's the exact same setup in that Vicky is next to Steubing. But if it's
Right.
only a 1 week show sojourn, they couldn't just have a room together.
I
Like,
it didn't make any sense to me. The,
no.
the logistics of it made no sense, but I, okay. Uh Sheila says, wow. Sheila says no. Vicky says that she can sleep on in Steubing's office, and Steubing being the whatever. If anybody's going to sleep in the office, it's going to be me. That's great. That's great. And we go to our third commercial break. Thanks,
But
Steubing, for that.
but
Really,
but
yeah,
especially because
yeah,
this is not the normal boat, which means it's
right.
not Vicky's quote unquote normal
No,
room.
it's not her room. It's a room.
So
It's a temp room.
have Debbie Reynolds stay in there. Steubing can sleep on the couch if he wants, and Vicky gets Steubing's bed. That's way
Right.
less weird. Like,
I don't know why they're doing all this. Like,
well, that's his move. I mean, that's his move. He
oh,
loves
that's
having
his
old. He
move.
loves having old people who are fighting with their spouse sleep in his bed.
Well,
He loves it.
he accidentally leaves out that big book of shipwrecks. You know what that leads to,
Oh, do you
Mike?
think he brought that?
SEX. Oh, it
Do you think he
yeah.
packed it? Yeah,
Or
or do you think it
every
comes
ship
with
has it.
every ship?
Every ship has it. It's usually so they can, read about shipwrecks, not Merrill. Mm-mm. He uses it as a booster seat sometimes. Back from break, it's the diaper changing contest. Jesus. The men are blindfolded. This is so stupid. Uh, Ted's doing great. Tom McMahon, not so good. Takes his blindfold off because this is the time to have this conversation and says, I don't want to have a baby. And then he accidentally pulls the baby's head off. And the judges note this. This is
Well,
probably why they didn't
Mike,
win right here.
Mike, in this day and age, both men and women have to change diapers. So
No kidding. It was just like, look at this fish out of
that was a
water. Look at this.
lot.
Look at
That
this.
was as
It was sexist.
right. That was
Yeah.
as time warped. That was as time warped a thing as we've ever heard on this show. Was
Oh,
in
yeah.
1980, it was new for a father to have to change a diaper.
They
So
also had a pasta boiling contest too. Like, oh, what is this? What is water? Yeah, it just made him look just stupid.
yeah,
Uh, Tom tries to laugh it off, tosses the baby head to Gopher. Valerie, the judge, is criticizing the score that Rena gave to the last couple. She says they hate each other and they're not even married. Rena says arguing's healthy, and Valerie tells Rena that she must be one of the healthiest girls in town. Here comes Doc. In the end, Gopher hands Doc the doll head, and the three judges walk away arm in arm.
the
Yeah.
the it would have been great,
Hmm.
but that was really the only time that we had like the difference between Dawn Wells and Angelian,
Yeah.
which at least could have been something. But
Anything.
but they just basically both turn into these vapid
Just
judging groupies. I still don't quite understand.
and all they're trying to do is just get it done. Like every 2 seconds, they're
Right,
knocking at someone's door.
right.
Like Jesus, man.
And I mean, why did we not have a scene with Darren McGavin and the two lady judges? So at least you could have understood maybe
Right.
these are the ones that he was cheating with. that made Debbie Reynolds jealous or something like that, right? Why wouldn't you just use that?
Why would you have two single ladies as a judge? Wouldn't you have a married couple as a judge for the frickin' marriageathon?
I
I
mean,
don't even know. I don't even know
she is a
what's.
psychiatrist, Mike. I mean,
Oh,
and
that's right,
and
Rena.
Dawn Wells has she essentially has like a really good blog, a marriage blog. It
What
sounds
it's like?
like
Like, I'm Kathy. Ew, bathing suit season. Is that what it is? Is it that one?
Europe.
Geez. So Marv is dancing with Emily. Says how beautiful it is. She wished Brian was here to see all this. Tells Marv that he'd be a great husband. Asks him what kind of wife would he like. Oh, Jesus. Marv says someone just like you. Uh, she says we could have been married 10 years from now, or 10 years by now. Marv goes in for the smooch. There's still there's like a time stamp here, man. You can't be doing that. You I know that
There's
Brian guy,
also
but
just
there's just the whole thing is just
there
a weird
there
situation
are,
here.
and again, I feel like I'm saying it a lot, but there are jumps where it's like, first of all, you'd make a great who I have had plenty of female friends, actual
Sure, sure.
friends.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if in deep conversation before I was with anyone, they would be like, you'd be a great husband, let alone like a day and a half into
Weird.
something. Like that's just a weird thing
You
to
don't
say.
even know him. They're like
Right.
it's imagine that on your return flight from a trip and the stewardess goes, same stewardess just happens to see you and go, you'd make a great dad. And be like, what? That's the weirdest thing anyone's ever said to me.
And
Like,
then
what?
I said this last week with Julian
Yeah.
Gopher, and I don't mean it in like a sloppy way or a poor decision way, but like a drink or two around these conversations would make me feel like, okay, this was a bit of a decision that was
Truth
made in
serum kind
error,
of
but
thing.
truth, right, truth
Yeah.
floats to the top and all that
Sure.
kind of stuff. But they never go to that well, which makes me think either it wasn't a thing or it was like frowned upon. But it was just they unearned. This whole scene was
Unearned
unearned.
is
It
a
just yeah.
perfect.
Again, it's A to C. It really
It
is
is.
just we have to get to this, so
Well, says this is wrong. She's getting married to Brian and he's Marv's friend. Marv decides that now's the time to tell her. This is such a great framing job.
really intricately.
Don Most with your. Marv says that Brian isn't his friend and he isn't hers either. Tells her that he isn't coming. Brian told Marv to break the news to her and he apologizes to Emily and walks away. And we get a to be continued. We're making progress.
Yeah.
I'm excited because now the real fun begins.
Oh my
Part
god.
two is a shit show. Let's get right to
Oh
it.
my god.
Part two begins with Vicky bringing breakfast into Stubing's office. With Sheila comes out of Vicky's room and joins them. Scrambled eggs and very well done bacon. Not my bacon preference, Mike. What is your bacon preference?
Um, I'm pretty I'm pretty
Well
agnostic
done.
with I'm pretty agnostic, honestly. I'm happy with any bacon because the smell gets me where I need to get. I enjoy all bacons. I don't like I don't like super crispy. I don't like
No, I don't like super crispy or
that's
super
probably the
floppy.
one or super floppy. So, but yeah, for the most part. And honestly, while I love bacon in breakfast situations, I'm probably getting sausage or if in the right
Over bacon.
places, scrapple. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
well, scrapple. Can I just say that scrapple's
I'm
a
probably not
little
getting
different.
scrapple in Carrasco or wherever we are. So Curacao,
Curacao? No,
Curacao scrapple is
no
not great.
scrapple.
Yeah.
Well, I know we can get scrapple in Europe, Mike. We can get it in Europe. God, I
European
love scrapple. There was
scrapple.
something the other day. I love scrapple. Well done, please. European
Yes.
treat. Um, Scrambled eggs and well done bacon. Vicky says this is terrific. Like we're one big family. Vicky's got
And we just jump. We just jump
we've
here.
gone from A to F
Right.
already.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
why would I okay.
Vicky has, and this is what bothers me too, is not only in this episode have they
Yeah,
jumped, but Vicky has never, even in the custody stuff, they've
right.
never talked about
Well,
a mom
it's
figure
never
or
been
anything. It
pushed
never.
this hard.
No.
Um, She asked if they can all go sightseeing today. Again, Stubing's way too busy to
He's
go.
too
Apparently not.
busy for this.
Apparently not. Sheila said she'd love to. I mean, in Sheila's defense, what the hell else is she going to do? She got nothing going on. She's not part of this contest. She wants to get as far away from Lawrence as possible. All
Yeah,
right.
I understand why
Yeah,
Sheila does. I
but
understand why the 13-year-old does. I don't understand.
Stubing, like, come on, man. You have no command on the ground. Like, what are you going to do? Like, no one
Yeah,
has to
he's
respect
very
your word.
he's very quick to not let anybody get off the boat to go search for their probably dead
Yeah.
purser,
No
but
one's
he'll
leaving.
yeah, he'll split
Jesus.
at a moment's notice.
Gopher's been harvested for his organs. No one's leaving this ship. Uh, Rena and Valerie are looking for Gopher, and Isaac tells him that he doesn't know where Gopher is. Uh-oh. Whenever Gopher shows up, says that Gopher had to go on shore for an emergency. Doc tells the two judges that Gopher asked him to help with the judging while he was away. All this for this?
Yeah.
Like, good
Yeah.
Lord.
Well, and it's a thing
Uh,
where it's like I guess from Doc's point of view, it's like A, I had this and I blew it. B, these like seem like pretty willing
what a
participants,
petty.
but you're on a giant boat, dude. You don't need to work this hard. Work smarter,
Yeah.
not harder, Doc.
It's just, Doc tells Isaac that he sent Gopher to go get medical supplies. Says, have you ever heard of a wild goose chase? And then excuses himself to rejoin Valerie and Rena. Boy, Valerie and Rena don't give two craps about
It's about the sash.
what way
They
the
just like the
wind's blowing.
judges. They just like the judges gavel. That's it.
Something. Well, they don't even need Gopher. If two judges are here, you don't need a third judge. And really, Gopher had no point in the final decision, right?
Well, I mean,
Because it was just
ultimately,
arbitrarily chosen by that guy
right,
anyway. So
right, and he
there's
was going to
no
fix it anyway,
so
so it
there's no
didn't
point of
matter.
judges, which is no point in Gopher almost getting killed overseas. All right. Stubing arrives on shore in Curacao with pants on. Much better look, you
All
know.
the times he wears shorts,
Yeah.
and this is where he wears
Yeah, when
pants.
he's walking around town, better put on my long shorts today. What? Vicky's walking in the middle of Sheila and Stubing. She puts their hands together until they're holding hands. Oh God, Vicky, come on, come on.
Yeah,
Ted and Carrie also ashore. They bought each other hats.
fun.
Ted says Carrie, their mother was right. She does love to spend money. Carrie tells Ted that his father told her that he falls in love at the drop of a hat. That's the whole scene. Carl and Marianne. Marianne tells Carl they're striking out. She asks Carl if have you thought that Carrie and Ted are just right for each other? Marianne tells Carl that Ted's a fine young man. Marianne tells Carl that they get along much, much, much more than in-laws to be. And Carl suggests that they get to know each other.
Hey now,
He then asks Marianne if she likes gladiator movies.
let me show you how it's done in
Let
Europe.
me, I'm Peter frickin' Graves, okay? Maxwell Thorne.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Maxwell Thorne. Doc, with medicine bag in hand, walks up to Tom and Mary. Tom says he's fine. He just can't say, I do. I mean, he can't say it. I can say it. Obviously. I love how this is a medical problem. I just want to say how, like, he shows up with a medical bag because the person can't say the phrase "I do." Doc
Also,
checks him
Doc
out.
doesn't
Has
have a
him
medical office this week, which seems like a real problem. That there's not like an actual
right.
brick and mortar doctor's office.
They go, "Here's your office," and they hand him a bag. Huh?
Yeah,
This is irregular,
maybe the captain didn't need a dining table this week.
right?
Let's
He's like,
get the
"Where am I going to
doctor an
film
office.
Bricker? Where am I going to do my Bricker episode? Where's
Well,
the
I mean,
spa?" Wow,
listen,
there's a
I
little
thought we were gonna
Bricker.
have Bricker. Yeah,
So
well,
did
but
I.
but
So
it's
did I.
not Bricker. That's the problem.
No,
Yeah, so,
no. I wish it was Bricker.
yeah.
We might have got an episode of Meryl instead of Bricker this week. So, or Grandy. You just got Grandied.
Barney Miller.
Doc checks him out, has him say "ah," and then tries to have Tom say "do." I love that Ted Knight is just letting Doc just mess with his face on
Yeah,
this. I
yeah.
loved it. It was
Ted
great.
Knight was
Ted Knight's
like,
great.
if you people let me go to the Panama Canal, I will
Just
do whatever the hell you want.
I will commit. Just whatever. He was great. And he smacks him in the face a few times and tries to make
Yep.
his mouth say "I do." I was just like, Norman Fell wouldn't have let anybody do this. I guarantee it.
No,
He's like, over
no.
my dead Philadelphia body. He'd be like, no way. Doc tells him to take it easy for the rest of the day. It's probably temporary. Doc walks away and tells Isaac that Tom has a severe case of cold feet. I guess we don't follow HIPAA guidelines on the island, Princess. Lawrence Evans walking around deck asks Julie if he's seen his wife. Julie says that he went to town, or she went to town early with Steubing. Emily and Marv are walking around Curacao. It's so weird. So now they're. Wouldn't you think Emily wouldn't want to go anywhere after the bad news that was dropped on her? She's like, that's cool. Let's go to Curacao.
I mean, ultimately, she moved on pretty quick a few times, so I'm
Oh,
not
yeah.
sure this. I'm not sure this was a good idea to get married on either side.
She's not. Marv tells her where the airport is and then asks if she really wants to fly home. Oh, yeah. But she doesn't have any luggage with her. No pink dress, no anything. Just
Leave it. Leave it all behind.
leave it all behind. We see a drawbridge being opened and a man running, and I'm like, is that Mark Harmon? Like, because there is a
There's a
no,
connection.
it's Brian. That son of a bitch, Brian. And Emily is so excited to see him, which is just they hug. Marv is stunned. Brian says, "Lucky we have Marv here to take care of you." What a move of a heel. Emily tells Brian that he told her that he wasn't coming at all. So now she's mad because she feels like Marv lied to her. She never wants to speak to Marv again. Emily and Brian walk away, and Brian winks at Marv, which if we didn't think he was a villain before,
just in
that's
case.
a D move.
So this guy, just to trump up his villainy, like
Sure.
he knew exactly where the boat was going to be each day because it's not like he got it at the next stop. This is like 3 stops down. So
Well, he needed some time with Myrna.
yeah, what happened to Myrna?
She's probably at Caracas. You know what I mean? Myrna.
Do you think she's one?
She lost
Do you
her
think
passport.
Myrna is always one stop behind?
He's got to keep moving. That's what it
she's
is.
She's got a 16 to 19 day trip.
It's like that.
Ahead of her.
It's like a beaver. If they stop chopping wood, it grows it right into his brain. He's got to keep moving. I've been on the run for years from this Myrna. Ship is now. I'm sorry. Gopher is walking around Curacao. Walks up to a man in a uniform. He says, trying to explain what he needs. He has no idea what Gopher's asking, and Gopher says drugs. Suddenly, the uniformed man understands Gopher. Gopher says he needs drugs for passengers on the ship. Says, I got a lot of money for drugs. They put him in handcuffs and they take him away. It made me laugh because he was just like, I have lots of money for drugs. It was funny.
I don't think as its own thing here, here, it's fine.
Right.
But then they try to do 2 things at the same time.
Yeah.
And by doing that, ruin both things.
Yeah. They just it's like they couldn't help themselves in a weird way. I don't understand what happened.
If you took the Gopher if you basically stop it at Gopher walks over, says like the first thing, a cop gives a shady look, and they cut the scene right there.
Right.
And then we don't see Gopher till the end of the show. Everything else
back with the
like obviously Fred Grandy was not killed in
I don't know why they
but like you could have at least given some gravity to the stuff they were doing.
They let you off the hook. There was no suspense. There was no tension.
Right.
There was just like, here's everything.
Exactly. Right.
Sloppy. And we're better than that at this point.
Are we?
Well, maybe not. All right. Doc's arm in arm with the 2 judges. Isaac has to talk to Doc for a minute. Tells Doc he didn't see Gopher. Doc tells him to relax. Gopher's off moping somewhere because he stole the judges from him. That's a real heel move by Doc, too.
Oh, yeah.
Back at the police department, Gopher's in jail. He's yelling, let me out of here. I'm an American citizen. We go to our first commercial break of part 2.
Yeesh.
Boy, oh boy. Brian and Emily are smooching their way up the stairs to the deck. Emily introduces Brian to Julie. Julie is shocked. Brian drops his passport. Emily sees a hotel bill for, the very fancy Bluebeard's Castle in St. Thomas, where he stayed with a Miss Myrna Justin. Not a lot of forethought in that last name.
Do they put do they put the names on the hotel bills? I guess back then maybe they did. I don't know. I just assumed it was
I
like under one name, right? So
maybe if it was like the print from the credit card, maybe that shunk
maybe.
shunk like you would see it that. But I don't know why you'd
Do
have a
you think
guest
the
name.
blue do you think the Bluebeard is like, people know? It's like that spaceship strip club in Tampa.
It's
Like people just
shady. It's
know it's
gross.
shady.
Even
Yes.
though she didn't even have to see Myrna. Like you were at the
Yeah.
Bluebeard, shoot.
That's a
To
Myrna.
be
That's a Myrna joint.
it's a Myrna joint. You get that. You get Bluebeard's Castle by the hour in St. Thomas. Takes you takes you 6 hours to get there, and you just rent the room for an hour. Emily says just like this engagement ring. Uh, oh, Brian says it was nothing, and Emily says just like this engagement ring, and walks away from Brian. Brian asks Julie to talk to her. Why would he do that? Says he
He
doesn't
panicked.
understand what that men are like that. And Julie says, "You're not a man. Men have feelings, and that's what
Boom.
separates them from animals." You
Julie
know who
just
she was talking to? She's talking to Chanel. She didn't even
she's talking to
see Brian.
everybody.
Everybody in her whole life.
Yeah, Julia. But yeah, but classic Brian villain move here
What?
because he's just like, hey, you're a broad. Talk to that
Yeah, you're.
broad for me. So
Carl and Marianne are on the deck. She says that she feels so comfortable with Carl. Carl says, "How can I be so relaxed when I've had this on my mind?" Smooch.
oh,
As smooth as they
European
come. European
European
style.
kiss.
There's nothing she could do. Smooth ass European Peter Graves. Uh, they finish
You're a
smooch.
Peter Graves.
European. That's funny. You're Peter Graves. Carl says, "Now I'm relaxed," and they start smooching again.
Let's
Again.
go Bangtown.
That's Jesus. Jesus.
How about
Stubing's in his.
me, you, and one olive?
No kidding. One. I saved half an olive for you. Uh, that's in Europe. That means you're married. If I give you half my olive. Uh, um, Stubing's in his cabin. It looks like he's getting ready for dinner. He's on the phone. He's telling someone he wants to see Gopher. Person saying that Gopher never returned. Stubing asks if anyone has checked his cabin. Wouldn't they check his cabin before they say he didn't return? Because
Wouldn't they
you know what I'm
check
saying?
everybody before they
Right?
sail? It's so-
Like, okay. Vicky walks in and Stubing asks her if she's seen his tie. Julie opens up.
How about have you
Vicky
seen
opens up.
Gopher?
Yeah, how he's more worried about his stupid dinner. Oh, tell me how I opens up a dresser and has all of Stubing's clothes organized. I don't know why, if it's a temp, but anyway. Turns out
Yeah.
Sheila organized Stubing's clothes and hemmed Vicky's dress because she'd make a
Jesus.
great mother, Mike.
Or a stalker.
Yeah, or weird. She's trying to go for a job. She's trying to go for the female stewardess's job from last week. She's got nowhere to go.
I mean, to be honest, if
Yeah.
somebody that I'm not even dating, right? If somebody was just in my apartment for
Right.
some reason for like an afternoon or something like that when I was single, and all of a sudden I came home and they were in my socks and underwear drawer, I
Dude.
wouldn't like that very much. So,
No. I remember that same thing happened. I went to work and there was a girl I was sort of seeing and she was at my apartment, which I did not feel like it was a good idea. And I got there after work and she's like, whose shower stuff is this? Like it was a whole like Spanish Inquisition. And I was like, oh, a friend of mine sometimes,
that's
we
funny.
hang out and she'll shower here. And she insisted on throwing everything away. And I was like, well, I'm not.
Oh
No,
no.
I'm not doing
No,
that. Like
no.
you're a little crazy, And anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I have
TMI.
all these stories I will not be saying into a microphone.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. You got to, Mike. You got to stop me. We're here to talk about the Love Boat, not my stupid.
Oh, I
self-incriminating
said
stories.
to my lovely wife when I was watching this the other day, I said this episode is rife with things that will trigger Mike Taylor stories.
Oh, oh, I'm fighting it too. Believe me, I'm fighting it. Marriage-a-thon, been there. You know what I mean? Been in jail in Carousel, been there.
$50,000 game show
50,
scam.
Yeah,
in there.
my birth name is Ed White. Sheila, dressed for dinner, asks if she's too early for dinner. Stubing says a bit, but there's time for a stroll around deck. I'd have been like, so go ahead.
Also,
Let me captain and you stroll. Like what?
how about busy? You busy? You
Yeah,
busy,
like,
Merrill? Yeah.
He hasn't been busy at all this entire
No,
episode.
he really hasn't. He's
couldn't
been
even
less
find his
busy than
tie.
he normally is.
Right. He invites Vicky, but Vicky says she has some things to do. Steuben gives Vicky a smooch and leaves with Sheila. Tom McMahon is at the bar. Isaac is in this very schmancy new light blue jacket. I really like it.
Yeah.
Um,
We'll never see it again.
no, it's done. It's done. It's done. Tom tells Isaac that he tried, but due to his self-conscious, not wanting to get married, he can't do it. Isaac asked about Mary. Tom says she'll have to face up to it. Mary walks in, tells Tom that there's something wrong. She asked him why he'd want to marry an insane person. Mary says that if she isn't insane, then why would she want to marry someone who doesn't want to marry her? She asks what her prize if they get married. She'll be married to someone who never wanted to get married. She tells Tom, "You're free now. You can relax." Isaac asks Tom how she took it. Tom says, "What the hell does she mean that she's not going to marry me?" He says, I'll sue her. He says, Isaac asks if he really means that, and Tom says, "I do." Oh, Mike. He says, "I do."
He says it a lot.
A lot after that.
This felt like the most Ted Knight scene was that scene.
Yeah. But you know what's funny? So and I know this is a longer episode. I do apologize. I just got this vibe from him. We joke about Monroe, and the characters. I feel like he was really, I feel like Ted Knight was really supportive of people like going for it.
Oh, absolutely.
Over the top. What he's doing, Jim J. I just feel like he was really a guy to be like, just go. You know what I mean?
I mean, look at the shows he was on. He centered very crazy stuff, and him and himself was crazy. And I had started watching Mary Tyler Moore before we started doing this, and I kind of stopped because it was confusing me. But we'll dive back into it, and we'll probably do a Mary Tyler Moore at some point.
I've never seen an episode of Mary.
Yeah, we will definitely drop in, but it's just like he is amazing in that. He's obviously amazing in Caddyshack. It's a much different thing in Too Close for Comfort, but no, he's great. He's great.
So believable.
Yeah,
like he looks like the character in the eyes. He doesn't look like he's just all of his characters.
He can't mail it in. He's incapable of mailing something in.
So. Right. We're in Doc's cabin. I'm thinking, I say he doesn't seem to give two craps about Gopher's location. He's prepping for the judges to join him. He probably has his Japanese robes hanging up.
I wonder if he packed those. I guess he did pack. Yeah, he packed those definitely.
So. Knock on his door, and it's Isaac and Julie. Julie, we're worried. Gopher didn't come back. Doc says, you're kidding. Isaac and Julie leave. Doc picks up a very odd picture of the crew and says, "Gopher, you better be okay."
Why does he have that picture on a travel cruise?
He sees him all the time. Like, he had an even bigger picture in his suitcase, apparently. You remember, that's a season 1 issue. Knock on Doc's door. It's Rena. Doc says, "Rena, not tonight. Not tonight. All right, no more judging tonight, Rena." She leaves with a very confused look on her face. Here's where we get a very Bricker look.
Yeah.
I wrote, "Oh shit, we're about to get an episode of Bricker right here." Doc says, "If you're in trouble, it's okay. But if you're okay, you're in trouble."
Right. Which again would have been great, except we are smash cutting back to nonsense Gopher.
Yes, we are.
Into jail. And it took away
stupid
all of it. Like you could have A, cut 5 minutes out of this stupid thing, and B, at least given some credence to having that whole storyline.
Or have a cliffhanger. So, why are they against
a cliffhanger? Gopher's not going to be dead. That's fine. No, but it's like,
imagine that.
Yeah. Twist.
Contract negotiations didn't go well. Like, Gopher was murdered.
He banged Julie in episode 1, and he gets murdered in episode 2.
Carl and Marianne are in an elevator together. He tells Marianne that he's a hypocrite. He's known her for such a short time, but he wants to marry her. Everyone wants to get married on this thing.
It is a marathon. I mean, if you're ever going to have it, this is the week. I walked
into that. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. He asked if he's moving too fast. Marianne says no.
I mean, is Marianne going to move to Europe?
Well, don't they wear the wedding ring on a different hand in Europe too? Isn't it on the right hand?
Something to think about. Just the other way.
Yes. Just the other way. Yeah. Everything's backwards. Toilets go back. You pull the toilet to make it flush instead of pushing it. I don't know. It's crazy. Carrie and Ted are waiting for the elevator. They comment on not seeing either their parents. Door opens and Carl and Marianne are smooching. I tell the kids that they're in love and they're getting married. Ted and Carrie are shocked. Ted says, "You just met." Carrie says, "You could be all wrong for her." Ted tells Carrie she's a rotten judge character, and she says, "Maybe I am, and then maybe that's why I picked you." And Ted says, "You know what? I made a mistake trying to marry a woman with Bert Convey's hair." Oh, it's just a little longer than Bert Convey. Okay, just
Uh,
let it grow. Let it grow, Joni. Jesus. We go through the Panama Canal.
oh,
Stubing's
do
giving
we?
a lecture
Yeah, I didn't know that we were
about
going
the
to hear.
history of the canal.
I didn't know we were going to hear about
Jesus.
Teddy Roosevelt today, but
Oh,
there it
who
is.
saw that?
So,
I was like, are we going to hear? Are you going to talk about the Rough Riders?
well,
What are we doing here?
it's funny because they
Mm.
they say it was on October 18th, 1903. So
It was
if
a
you
cloudy
remember,
day. Yeah.
2 weeks ago, what would have been October 18th. So I wonder if they were aiming for that, and then when the strike delayed it,
Oh,
they just pushed it. So
that's funny. I didn't
was this
think
going to
about
be a
that.
Panama Canal spectacular?
We cut to a shirtless gopher claiming his innocence to three officers searching his clothing. He asks if anyone speaks English. A lady walks up and says she speaks English. Gopher's trying to say, "I didn't come here to buy illegal drugs. He came to buy medical supply drugs." The woman says again, "I speak English," but apparently she doesn't. He asked for a wake-up call on his 80th birthday. We go to our second commercial break of part two. We're going to go a little quicker here, folks, because we're going to be here for another 15 hours. Back from break, we're still passing through the Panama Canal. Again, this takes 6 to 8 hours, so we're going to be here for a while.
More
Um,
facts.
Emily tells Julie that she's the only friend she has left on the trip. That's sad because Emily doesn't even know Julie. Says she is much sadder to lose Marv than she is to lose Brian. Julie says that maybe Emily loves Marv. And we get a class here. Oh boy. Charlene Tilton gives us some acting here. She goes from confused face to realization face to smiling face. Great job, Miss Tilton.
Thanks,
Carl and
thanks,
Marianne
Julie.
walk on. Huh?
I mean,
What's that?
Julie's setting you straight on
Oh,
romance is also like
he's bad. Carl and Marianne on deck. Carl says he can't reason with Ted. Marianne says if they hadn't come along and fell in love, none of this would have happened. Carl says if they broke it up, it might be enough to get them back together. Typical European ploy to get people to trick people to get back together. European style. Sheila and Vicky. Vicky says she forgot her camera. She'll be right back. Apparently, she left her camera where she left the rest of her shirt. Good Lord. Jesus, Vicky. What are you doing, man?
well, Debbie Reynolds hemmed it. She hemmed it too high.
She's too much of a hemmer. Like, good Lord. You're the worst hemmer. Unbelievable. That's why
This is why
Lawrence is.
This is why Princess Leia was always getting into mix-em-ups. So.
That's why Lawrence needs 50 grand because she ruined all of his clothes. You know what I mean? He's got half shirts. Everything's a freaking half shirt. Here comes Lawrence, tells Sheila that he wants her back. Surprise, surprise. Sheila, you're a lot better at fixing contests than you are at fixing marriages. Ooh, ouch.
Sing.
He asks if they can talk. She says the words 10 years of her life. He says that he loves her and always will. Okay. She walks away.
So what
Yeah.
what is so Vicky sees this and they highlight it, right? And then
Yeah.
eventually she goes back and what was the thing? She knew they were married. Was it because
Right.
he was still in love with her that he thought that was like Meryl was going to lose? Did she know Meryl was going to lose that face off and that's why she was protecting him?
Maybe. Wow. And Meryl
But
was going to lose that face
of
off.
course he was, but
Like-
it's like, is Vicky that on top of it? Like, is Vicky going to be the Penny to his Inspector Gadget, but with love?
Oh boy, that's a hell of a picture you just painted right there.
Pretty good for hour 12 of this episode.
It's not bad. I'm surprised. We need a hydration break like they have in the World Cup. Good Lord. Oh boy, Marv's back. Here comes Emily. She asks if this rail is taken. Again, this is not a load-bearing rail. You'd be very
It's
careful.
not bolted, I'll tell you that.
No. Remember that? What was that building in Philly with that big railing that got stolen because it was made of brass? Remember that thing? Like they
Yeah.
took the whole railing at like 3 o'clock in the morning. So this one's like half taken. So don't lean on this rail. Um, Marv said he was saving it for an old friend. Emily says she owes Marv an apology. Marv says that he loves her and always has, and they smooch. She says that she may not be getting married on this cruise, but she met the man she loves. And Marv says, who's not getting married? Everybody's
No.
getting married on this
Yeah,
ship.
that's right. You try not
What?
get married. Poor Julie.
So are they now contestants by
Well, I
default?
guess so. I guess maybe it's not that they're contestants, but since Stubing's just doing a
Whatever.
group wedding, you can just basically jump in there. I
You just
mean,
stand in there like,
I don't know. What
okay.
about blood tests? Blood tests always seem to be a big thing. So,
I would think. Here's Brian sees
I mean,
Emily
I
and
would
Marv.
definitely want
Hmm.
a blood test if I was with Brian.
Oh,
So,
I don't trust Myrna less than I trust Brian, you know? Uh,
anybody who's laid down in the Bluebird Cafe or whatever it
yeah,
is.
it's shady. Bluebeard. Yeah, Bluebeard. Yeah,
Thank you.
it's not good. Um, wants to talk to Emily about the incident with Myrna. Emily says it's all straightened out and she's getting married to Marv. It's all wrapped up. He says him and laughs. Uh, don't make Marv mad. Brian asks if this is a joke. Marv said, "Here's the punchline." That's so funny. He like, "You want a knuckle sandwich?" Like he led up to it, and he not a good punch, Mike. Not a good punch.
Not,
I will
I
say,
mean,
he open
like,
handed. He started good. He just not a
well,
good
I
punch.
mean, Brian no sold that. Like,
Oh,
I mean, he doesn't even
you
flinch,
got
or
to
and
sell
he's
that.
give
You
me
got to
something. Like,
collapse.
he
You should have
took it
punched him
like
off the boat. You know what I mean?
he should have killed him. Like, just,
Something. I mean, Steubing knows how to take a punch. He should have. He can do.
there
He
was
did a
a
complete 360
yeah. It was
on his
he
heels.
sold it. He sold it like a lady slap.
He's not a worker. That's what we know.
No,
Brian is
that was
not a worker.
definitely a no
Mm-mm.
seller, which makes sense.
No.
That tracks. That tracks. Brian would be a no
Yeah,
seller. So
he's just we're still in the Panama Canal.
we're
Vicky
gonna
walks up to
die in the
the,
Panama Canal.
the whole fourth season is from the Panama Canal. Every episode's still in the canal, even still in the canal. Vicky walks up to Steubing, wants to talk about Sheila. Steubing says she's the kind of person we should see more of. Vicky wants him to be happy by finding the right wife for him. Boy, they really jammed this thing in here.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Steubing
just
beneath those,
again,
it's just
just
gross.
like everything was too fast in a 2 hour episode. It shouldn't
Yes,
be that fast. It was
it's too much.
awful. Yeah.
Steve Steubing says beneath those blue 13-year-old eyes, there's a wide 200-year-old lady. Is there though?
I mean, if there
I don't
was,
see it that way.
he'd probably be attracted to her. So,
We go to our third commercial break.
oh my god, there's
Back.
still 2 acts. Oh my god.
We've arrived in Panama City. Julie walks up to Carrie, delivers a message from Carrie's mom. Basically, they were to blame for what happened. She hopes that she and Ted have a beautiful wedding. Carrie asks where she is. Julie says they just walked off the boat. They're flying home alone. Isaac finds Ted, tells Ted that his father told him to definitely get back together with Carrie and get married because he's all for it. Ted says the same thing Isaac says the same thing that Julie said to Carrie. He runs past Carrie, tells him that it's too late and the ship is sailing. But we're just playing with you. Carl and Marianne are right there.
Like 2
right.
seconds later, like you couldn't have
It's
dragged
so
this scene
stupid.
out. Like,
Well, it's a very European thing to do. Carl apologizes for being so sneaky. Carl says, "You invite us to your wedding, and I'll invite us to you. Invite you to ours." Oh, Jesus. Mary's standing at the rail. Tom McMahon's coming. He apologizes. He says, "My conscience loves you and always has." He asked her to marry him tomorrow. Mary tries to say yes, but no sound is coming out. He
boy,
said they're
it is
getting married, and she
tomorrow.
mouths,
So
"Oh, what the hell?"
so many days. Like it is tomorrow.
Dude,
You're
it
right. Like
never.
it
It's an
maybe it is
18-day
18
cruise.
days. Like
Uh, It's sunset. Stubing's telling Julie, Isaac, and Doc everything's being done. Says that since it's an international matter, there's tons of red tape. So what does he know at this point? He's not like Gopher's been arrested for trying to buy drugs. Is that a thing? Anyway.
No, just red tape. The red tape is I've been chasing this married woman all week.
Oh God.
And I actually forgot to call about Gopher. So I will be calling soon.
Stubing,
that's why I have this red tape on my finger
right?
to remind me. So.
What's the string on your finger for? It's to remind me that I have red tape on my other finger. Okay. Stubing asked the crew to hide their personal feelings from the passengers because we can't allow our problems to become theirs. Oh God.
Especially the newlyweds. Gopher's dead.
Yeah, I'm not.
Gopher's dead. Adam Bricker's got blood on his hands.
He's got blood. Everything. He just feels guilty. He just stares off into the sunset now. Poor guy.
Yeah, definitely a guy I want attending to the health and well-being of my passengers too.
God. It's dinner time on the boat. Sheila and Vicky are walking into a ballroom. Stubing, the judges, Doc, Julie, and Lawrence are all sitting at a long table. All the Marriage-a-thon contestants are there, including that son of a bitch, Ed White. Julie tells the crowd it's time to announce the winners, but first she asks Stubing to stand up and give a soliloquy. Good Lord. In the past, ship captains perform weddings, but not anymore.
I'm glad you wrote it down.
Yeah. By special exception, Stubing will be performing the ceremony tomorrow, and everyone's clapping like
well, everybody remember how
miscarriage of justice.
Everyone was so disappointed when he said they don't do it anymore. They're all like, "Oh,
like what? But why are you having this talk now?
Who cares?
Who cares?
If I really cared about who was marrying me, I wouldn't be getting married in something that ends in a thon.
Well, and everybody clapped for this. Oh. Then he says, he asked that the crew join him on an ancient sailor's toast. May your joys be as deep as the ocean. May your sorrows be as light as its foam. May the sunlight of love brighten your lives and into your homes. Can I just say something, Mike? That's a shitty cheers. That is not an ancient sailor's toast. Like, that is not. The ancient sailors didn't care about the light in your homes or the love brightening your lives. This is the dumbest quote. This is the dumbest quote. That's some bullshit. Okay. Big moment is here, Julie says. Lawrence announces he's here to present the grand prize. First, he says, they're all winners, right? That's what you do. You're all winners, right? There's no losers here tonight.
But some of you are more winners in the real word sense of it.
Right. It winners. Speaking of winners, the winner is Ed. And he says, I'm sorry. I read that wrong. The winners are Mr. and Mrs. Ted Lawrence. Sheila's stunned. Ed White's stunned. Ted's stunned. Carrie's stunned. Everyone's stunned. Lawrence leaves. Sheila follows him. So that's enough for Sheila to fix his wedding, like because you didn't pull the scumbag move and keep the money.
They're still very broke. I'm pretty sure there are contracts that they're in breach of.
And they don't have a TV show either.
So,
they smooch. Now we're in Acapulco. It's wedding day. They all line up. Isaac, still no word on Gopher. But again, how do they know it's an international incident? There's no word. I'm going to leave it. Don't get me started. The crew all offered to leave the ship to go to Curacao to look for Gopher. Vicky didn't offer to go anywhere, by the way. And Stubing said no. Send my 13-year-old daughter to Curacao to get a guy out of jail for trying to buy drugs. Yeah.
So he says we have responsibility to the crew or to the passengers.
Mm-hmm.
Doc, I understand. Even Julie, to a level, I understand. Send Isaac. Isaac could go. Somebody else could make drinks. I mean, that is like.
Again,
he doesn't care.
No, he doesn't care. So they're getting married on the ship. Here comes the brides in the line, greeted by the grooms. And I went, it's fancy if they laid out AstroTurf on the deck of the ship. Not field turf, AstroTurf, kids.
Yeah,
it was just
basically
old
school
paint.
That's right. Awful. They were 3 brides with torn ACLs
because of the seams. You know what I mean? They had to cancel a preseason game on the ship. Steuben gives him a lecture on love and asks him to join hands and repeat the
Oh,
vows after him.
God.
They smooch. Seeing the smooching, Lawrence kisses Sheila. All of the brides throw their bouquets in the air. We go
We got like a
to our.
freeze. We got like a freeze frame at the
They
end,
did.
right? Like, yeah.
Yeah, we go to our fourth commercial break. All right. All right. Home stretch, sir. We arrive in Los Angeles. Thank God. Julie's saying goodbye to Carl, Mary Ann, Carrie, and Ted. Isaac says goodbye to Tom and Mary. Tells him that they're his favorite couple. Julie sees Marv and Emily. Here's a weird one. Marv tells her to wait and see her wedding present. It's a tandem bike, Mike. Where the hell did he get a tandem bike?
Julie pulled some strings.
We see Doc in civilian clothes. He's taking a plane to Curacao.
Solemn Doc.
Solemn Doc. That's
I'm
Britney
not
right there.
I'm not coming back until I found him. And then here's the
Yeah.
last bad part of this thing.
Yeah.
He says this. He is going full bricker.
Mm-hmm.
Julie's like, well, let us know what happened. And Isaac's like, you can even call collect. Like, don't be flip, man. Your friend is likely dead.
Yeah. What do you mean to
Also,
call you and tell
why
you?
are you not going?
Yeah, what are you doing? We're done. We just got back to LA. What is a
Like, you
cruise
should
leaving in
all
an
be
hour?
going.
How
Right.
much time do you
Like,
get off between? You just were on a cruise for 45 nights. Wow. Stubing tells Lawrence that he has to hand it to him. 50 brides and grooms. Sheila gives Vicky a smooch. Tells Stubing that she'll never forget him. Stop it. Stop
why?
it. Just
Well,
feeding
you'll
his
forget.
stupid fire.
You'll forget him as soon as you walk past him.
Who? She didn't even know his first name.
Captain Norton?
Yeah, Stubing tells her to take care of herself, and if things don't work out, stop it.
Yeah, why don't you
Stop
tell her that
shit.
you'll be friends first, last, and forever?
Just
Why don't you
something.
try that one?
And the lights of our homes and ancient. Shut up. Doc's walking towards the taxi stand. Limo pulls up and Gopher steps out, still in uniform. Still in bright white uniform, by the way. Tells
Well,
Doc
they clean it. They clean it for you. The Curacao prison has an elite drying system.
That's they're known for that. Doc says he was rotting away. He tells Doc that he was rotting away in a Curacao jail because of him. And then Gopher strikes Doc with a shiv. But he met the daughter of a South American diplomat, so he's able to leave. The one that said she could speak English but didn't.
Yeah.
Doc asked why he didn't call to say he was okay. Gopher said, I got you some Curacao drugs. Take 2 of these and call me in the morning, and hands Doc a bunch of bananas.
Oh, which are the Dennis Cole bananas from last week.
Yeah, I wonder what he hid in those bananas. Gopher's greeted by the 2 judges. They both give him a hug. Gopher opens the limo door, asks the judges to get in, explains that they're just friends to the diplomat's daughter.
So Gopher's going to have a foursome.
Oh, it's just going to be just craziness. Doc wants to come along. Gopher says, we're still pals, but leaves without Gopher. The crew sees this and everyone.
Yeah. What is that? Everybody's like,
just ends.
That's it.
Nothing.
Totals in a recap. Last week was our best and worst episode, obviously, because it was our first one. I really hated this episode.
I gotta say, I think last episode was better than this episode.
Oh my god, like, by miles.
A ton. Yeah, this
by
is
miles.
bad. It was.
It's
the worst part. Is it the worst 2-parter we've ever watched?
That for it's so the marooned one is the one we always think as the worst, right? Because it had like basically an hour that wasn't a Love Boat episode,
right?
But the other things in there weren't bad.
No, it wasn't as bad as this.
This is, and again, just a complete waste of so many good people doing as much as they could with the BS they were handed.
It's a wild episode.
Watching it the first time, I really didn't like part 1, and then when part 2 just started adding things, it really made me mad. And then it's the least I've ever wanted to watch, do a rewatch. Oh, like I was like, I really didn't want to do it. I kept putting it off and putting it off. It was not good, and I don't know what this means in terms of, do they know what they're doing with the 2-parters?
I mean, we have.
I guess we'll find out in a couple weeks here.
A couple weeks. Well, see what they do with the 90-minute one too. So
right, bad start to our. We have 7 million hours of Love Boat in the next month. So
yeah, this is not a good start.
captain of the week.
Um, it's got to be Ted Knight, man. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know who else to give it to. He was definitely a shining star, and mm, I don't know who else to give it to. I really don't.
Yeah, I think you could also say Rue McClanahan in there. I think
Yeah,
I wouldn't be shocked if those guys end up with like a best duo consideration.
I could see that.
But I also feel like that is we had a scenario like this last year where it's like the episode was so bad that you're just kind of
Right. You
grabbing.
don't even want to. It's not even
Yeah,
funny. It's so bad.
yeah,
Like
yeah. I for the second week in a row am going with Julie McCoy.
for Captain of the Week.
Yeah, I
I could
just
see that. I could see
first of
that.
all, I'm very happy because that felt like a very regular first couple seasons, Julie.
100%.
But
100%.
she kind of stayed in her lane, but also was very consistent in terms of like, doing her job, and she was all kind of all over the place. I just was very happy with it, and I just really feel good that maybe they've gotten Julie back on track, and I do think that makes a big difference because she can carry so many things on this
I
boat
agree. I
and on this
agree.
show. So I'm
Well, she's
cautiously
such a good
optimistic.
she's a good steering mechanism. You know what
Exactly.
I
She is
mean?
basically a good second lead if they
Yeah.
let her be.
100%.
The
100%.
problems were last year they were just kind of sticking her in
They
those Isaac
chopped her.
Gopher spots.
They made her
Yeah.
so
So
sad too. Like we got to
yeah.
build her back
Yeah.
up.
That's the thing too. She's been fun,
She was
normal.
good.
Yeah,
She's
she
been
was
good.
so this could be worst of the week. So walk the plank.
That whole judges storyline, man. I don't.
Yeah,
There's
I
a
think
lot of walk the
that's
plank this week, but that storyline was just a waste of two guest stars. It just was dumb. It just undercut the character. I just thought it was a waste of time.
yeah.
You didn't need that story. You didn't need a fifth story
I
that went nowhere.
yeah, I agree with you. I'm just going to say the writers or the
Yeah,
writing
and that's kind of what I'm
because
saying too, because
yeah, and
it was
I'm
a
going to say
lot.
for everything. I'm going to say for everything because like I said, ultimately the acting was fine. It was good.
Yeah,
They were
but
all good
you can
people.
only
Nobody was
do
bad,
what you
but
can are
yeah,
handed, like you're saying. If it's just
right.
garbage,
And it was
it's
just
garbage.
frustrating for 2 hours. And that's the other thing too is the difference between a bad 1 hour episode and a bad 2 hour episode is
It's
not
huge.
more than 60 minutes difference.
Well,
I'll tell you
just the
that. That is
investment alone, like I feel
yeah.
wronged.
Yeah, no, it's not good, and
No,
after a very fun first episode of the season,
I
put a
thought
real
so.
bad taste in my mouth. So
Yeah.
we'll see. But that's totals and recap for this week.
Plugs. Hitting season Patreon, absolutely hammered. Whether you're cheering from the stands or tuning in from home, this is the podcast you need. Grab your bat, your cap, and your Phillies pride. Crack open a beer. Enjoy a weekly Phillies happy hour with Chris Jones, Justin Clue, and our very own Mike Robertson. Check out Absolutely Hammered on the Hitting Season Patreon. You can find us anywhere and everywhere you find your audio podcast. Please give us a like, leave a comment,
I mean,
subscribe. That's a big one too.
if you made it this far into the
Yeah,
episode,
if
you should
you're,
leave us a
you might as
comment.
well
Yeah,
yeah,
the comment can be, "This is too long an episode." So
yeah. No email today, thankfully. It's the only time I hoped we didn't have an email. I did look ahead, Mike. Next episode, Hank Vosnick is back, sort of, and we have a potential international incident when Julie shares her relationship tips with the Japanese. That's real.
oh no, oh
That's
no.
real. Yeah.
All right. Will Julie get
Can't
3
wait.
captains of the week in a row? We will see.
We'll see. Well, Mike,
Yeah,
we did it.
we sure
We did
did.
it.
We sure did.
All right. Well, oh boy. Until next time. Boy, oh boy. I feel like just the wind has been knocked out of me with this episode. But
Yeah. Yeah.
we will see you next time. Hopefully for a much better episode and shorter episode. Thanks for joining, and we'll see you soon.